met lords and ladies, Jacob... Wait, why not? This is not working. Why can I not hear sound? Hello? Okay. Don't know what's happening. Okay, now I think it's... No. What? It was working a second ago. Oh, it's working now. What? Okay, no. Hi? Oh, right, okay, is it actually working? Can you hear me, William? You know what, forget William, yeah, can you hear me, Ghosty?
I can hear you, but you're very faint.
Okay, I probably have a different audio setting on. Wait, no I don't. Oh, okay, no, I've... Yep, that was on the interface. Okay, should be better now. It wasn't all the way down, like, there was actually something wrong, but, yeah. That was also part
hello,
of it.
William. William's asking if he can join.
Sorry, there's the other slot is going to be taken by Aiden tonight, who I was on a call for right before this, thus my confusion surrounding why I had mic issues out of nowhere. But
Yes.
he also says I got to go get foods. We'll be there soon. So
Aiden the Best, also known as Aiden. I'm really upset at him right now.
He didn't tell me he was going to go get foods before the stream. Otherwise, I would have cut the call short beforehand. But yeah, so we technically have another guest that's supposed to be here.
And that is why his aspect is lovingly thief of time.
Yeah, it's every time with Freak Show, there's always going to be something that goes wrong. You know, once again, the universe is trying to prevent me from catching up with this series. Not that the purposeful delay of this by one day on my part would have made any difference, because apparently within the span of only 1 or 2 days, there was an episode that came out right after the stream did. Which I guess means we're due for episode 7, potentially? sometime after this. I don't know. Oh, episode 6. Sorry, yeah, episode 6 sometime in the near future if they're gonna keep this this posting schedule.
Yeah, I think they make
Yeah.
a lot. I think they make a lot of the episodes in advance and then release them on a bi-weekly schedule.
If it's bi-weekly, then we're good because then there's time. But you know, we'll see.
I like the idea of making the episodes in advance and having a consistent upload schedule. It's how you keep an active channel without needing to, make a new episode every week or every month or every second month or every third month, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm not unfamiliar with the concept, or once in a blue moon, ghosty. Can I just, flip that one back on you?
Yes, because there is no executive dysfunction if you're not functioning at all.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I think there was actually one point there was an interview that Write It Out did with Rexiipher specifically about this and about how consistent the schedules are. I think like whenever they've got like one series going on, they're working on the next one, which of course is fantastic if you can actually if you have that with you. But then the other alternative is to do like the Team 4 style method and essentially keep the like more lower key content to bridge the time and keep the channel active in between making the big things.
Also,
AKA Gacha Review and Minecraft Review.
William pointed out that they're also just released another bloopers video, so they're working fast. Well, again, with my point of, I think they're producing most of the Freak Show episodes in advance and releasing them incrementally.
Which may or may not include the bloopers, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it kind of doesn't because bloopers are dated, something Bon is doing and something that I've really become quite fond of is that Bon picks up all of the lines from the voice actors in advance.
Yeah, I used to do it with Mutant Girl, but then I was asked to remove them. Once Jay and Natasha got embarrassed of being in the episodes, I sort of negotiated with them. Can I keep the actual episodes, but can remove the bloopers instead? Because that was like the other stuff that they were both featured in, and they were okay with that. That's why I didn't do that. Otherwise, I would absolutely have kept all of them. Not that there were that many bloopers from people nowadays. At least not entertaining ones, anyway. Most of the time, people just kind of it's very specific voice actors that will either keep them in or they will have them in the first place.
Sometimes if you ask the voice actors to keep the bloopers in, they will.
Yeah, that's true. Again, if they have any, it really depends. Like most of my takes don't really have any like entertaining bloopers in them. So
I'd humbly disagree.
It depends on what I'm working on. It depends on what I'm working on. So some of the time.
That superpowers bit from the Bon and Jacob become pops thing was like you had a thing with the letter P.
It's not just the letter P. It's more so the whole word in combination. It's not like the letter itself.
I think it's
like Peter Piper, pick a poke peppers. I can do that.
I think it's P.O. The P.O. P.O. really hits you.
I don't know. I think it's like all the conjunctions like a super pops because there's the per and then pops. Because pops themselves, I'm perfectly fine with. I call them the pops. It's in the word super pops that ends up kind of correlating. It's not just the letter P. It's because of like it's because of like how I speak normally and like doing super fast because of being raised in Madrid. It just all ends up correlating, which can be done in Spanish much more easier than it can be in English. So there's some times where that just comes into it, not necessarily with like specific letters. I don't think. But yeah, who knows. In any case, I guess, like I said, there are certain scenarios where I do get, some good and entertaining bloopers in there, but they're not always super frequent. There's only one P in that was super frequent, so I was fine with that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway. No, it's fine. But yeah, like I said, if they're there, then by all means I'll send them over. Other times it's just a case of like, I've just like misread a line or something. That's most of the time what they are, and that's not really funny, so I just get rid of those.
Oh no, I think that's quite hilarious. Like that one time when you went super formal with one of Ulrich's lines.
That's the misread performance. I mean, like I specifically get like a couple of words wrong, that don't really like mean to that they sort of work on in a different way, but it's like, okay, I'm just gonna redo this now. So it's one of those cases where it's like, I'll say line, 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 line. Wait, no, let me do that again. Line, 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 line. That's not really super funny or anything, so that's why, there's not like much to them usually. Every now and then, like I said, once in a blue moon.
However, for me, the prospect of working to and listening to my own voice is like nails on a chalkboard flushed down a toilet.
This is something that I've also talked to with Bon. In fact, he even gave me credit for actually, starting like, to release covers basically, and like listening more so to his own voice, because I said at one point that that's one thing that I did to go over that, because I used to hate my voice, particularly after it first broke. There wasn't. It was like an inescapable thing. Yeah, it was more so for me. Like I was an extreme example of that. But because it was an inescapable, feature of the channel, like, because essentially all I was able to do at that point was let's plays, and if I wasn't talking in those, there was no reason for anyone to see anything ever. So, and I also was making a point at the same time with Leon Tarkshina's series, because he was even back in 2014, he was trying to do not a scripted series, but more like a Roblox like horror drama, essentially. And I said this would be much better if you weren't waiting for everyone to type their lines in real time. So please let us actually voice these characters that we are supposed to be playing. So it would have been hypocritical of me to go silent at that point. And so essentially through prolonged exposure over like a couple of years, I was just like, yeah, no, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened.
For me, it's quite the opposite. I think hearing my own voice recorded and hearing other voice recordings of other people kind of makes my brain unhappy. Not in the way of I hate my voice, but more like, oh, there are people talking, but the people are not actually here, so I can't respond to what they're saying. I don't like this.
Okay, that feels less of a thing about... I guess... I would have thought, like, in that case, that your voice would be less confusing for you, or you'd be less likely to want to respond to yourself.
Oh no, my brain actively doesn't register recordings of my own voice as my own voice. Because my brain, like, compared to recordings of my actual voice, the voice that repeats inside of my head is significantly deeper.
Oh, for me, it's the opposite. For me, I still sound like my 13-year-old self sometimes.
So my voice in recordings, I sound like a 15-year-old girl. However, my brain, the voice playback that repeats inside of my ears and gets into my brain chamber is like, yes, adult woman. We are an adult woman. Why do I sound like a 15-year-old girl in recordings? Why am I a child in every instance but the version I hear in my own head?
Maybe that depends, like, how you're actually, like, performing the lines as well, because it could be that you're putting on a voice and not realizing you're doing it. Like, it could be the brain thing, or it could just be a simple fact of, like, this is why I sound like we're doing voice acting, versus, like, a lot of YouTubers will have, like, a voice they'll do for their videos versus, like, what they sound like normally.
Oh, yeah, like, I can't stand myself in live streams because I tend to put on quite a bit more emotion. This is because I have the bond problem to where I'm actually pretty monotone in my real life, unless I'm actively trying to put it on. Thank you, autism. Love that for me.
See, I think that might be why. So, like, you're actively recording yourself sounding different, and therefore you logically sound different. That's probably a major part of it.
Like, not that I mind sounding similar to Emily, but older. And not British. But it's also like my brain interpreting me as a different person when viewed through a lens. I don't understand.
See, I would have, because, well, with voice acting, I consider that to be advantageous, actually. That shows that you're doing a good job of embodying the character. But if it's like if it's just yourself in a video, then yeah, I can see why that would be.
Yeah, so I do recordings of my own voice, and then my brain's like, okay, who's that? And then I just don't watch it ever again. because my
Okay,
brain
yeah.
can't understand or handle why a different person is in my own video.
Yeah, I think it took me to like because 2015 is when I properly started like either listening back to myself or like editing videos, like watching them back to make sure they were okay, to make ssure the audio was in sync, because my audio recorder at the time was terrible in that regard. And and yeah,
So
so
the
again through prolonged exposure, making like hundreds of videos, I was like, yeah, no, I'm fine with this. And also 2015 was when I started like recording like my first songs, when I had like no vocal range whatsoever. So I was like, if I'm okay with this, if I can justify posting this for the world to listen to, then I gotta be at least moderately okay with this. I'm gonna go forward from here.
For me, it's the problem of I can't expose myself. I've been doing editing, especially editing my own videos for quite some time. And if it doesn't have another person in it, then I can't stand watching it. And even listening to recordings of other people's voice, it's like, ugh, ugh. Which is why Scarlet Crown has no voiced lines at all.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean,
It's
aside
like,
from like being show like designed to like save you time, so I can get that from as well. But yeah, okay.
it's like,
But also if that was a concern, you could always just cast a bunch of other people and then not yourself. Like, there's a lot of gachibas that do that. If that was like the concern around like not having a voice acted.
no, the concern was even if I did get it voice acted, I would still need to listen to other people's voices. And my brain rejects that as well, which is the point.
Oh, right, going back to what you said about like responding to people.
Yes, it thinks my brain as it is, thinks there's another person in the room with me, or I'm talking to another person over the live stream or Discord call, so I feel the instinctual need to respond. But there's nobody else, it's just me. And it's like, my brain is like, wait, other people? No. And since there isn't another person with me, and I can have another person with me when I'm working on audio, there's nothing for me to do. My brain is trying to attach to something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like I said before. There's a reason that none of my editing streams feature any like audio editing whatsoever. It's aside from the fact people will talk over the audio when you're listening to it. Like I remember like being in calls with Aiden before and like editing audio, something and responding to something that he said in the video that I'm editing.
Yeah, your brain feels a natural instinct to respond to what was just said. Meanwhile, if the thing that was just said is not a real person, you don't have anything to respond to.
You're gonna give all the AI bros ideas. Let's move on from this. Anyway, Freak Show. Yes, we've stalled enough. Speaking of Aiden, he's not here right now.
Trust
but we
me,
stalled
AI bros
plenty.
have tried. Those voices are artificial and weird. I don't feel the need to respond to them because they're so off tune and off color that there's nothing for me to feel the need to respond to.
Yeah, if you were here like for yesterday's review, actually there were a couple of AI voices in that one, and the person is actively auditioning people right now to replace those AI voices, including me. That's how I learned about the show in the first place. So I can only hope that process goes smoothly. I recall there were like 38 submissions in total, something like that. So I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Trust me, that's enough voice. That's more voice actors than any of our projects combined.
Maybe not popular, but yeah, true. But all this individual voices. Felt like we had like 38 characters and stuff before, Mutant Girl particularly, but not individual people performing said characters.
Yes, we always have duplicates. Like you're playing 2 or more characters, sometimes up to 5 in a single show.
Oh, I played like 10 people in Fallen Angels, I think.
Oh my god.
And Aiden was just talking about the fact that like he said he needs like more male VAs, but he's also said that I would like be good like for certain voices anyway. And I told him if you're gonna make these public, I will audition for everyone. That's just what I do.
And then when you do audition for everyone, Aiden's like, yeah, Jacob is good for all of these roles. Let's put him into all of these roles. I know why he's doing it, because working with new VAs is new and scary, But also,
It's partly reliability because he knows that I'm going to be around.
Multicasting is important when necessary, but there is the thing. Aiden does it even when it's not necessary.
Yeah. The only reason that I would imagine 38 submissions would be terrible is if those 38 submissions, assuming that they're like, there was like 6 different things there. There's some people going for like audio engineer, some of them for singing, so they might not all be for voice acting. But let's imagine that maybe they got like 20 people or something for the 4 characters available. You know, imagine an even spread, which is not going to happen, but even spread of 5 people per role, essentially. Then you... But they all happen to be, like, you know, terrible. That'd be the only situation where I'd be like, this is not enough people. But then again, given what the first episode was like in terms of performances, AI or otherwise, on the directing side, I feel like that's going to be okay either way. So the director's definitely going to be like, you know, I'll choose these people. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
You know what they say, beggars can't be choosers, especially when those beggars have worked with AI, have willingly worked with AI voices before.
Okay, yes, yes, there is that, but it's more of a case of, you know, the classic thing of gacha directors not wanting to ask people for like any retakes or anything. Because
yes, the curse
honestly, like, even the main character voiced by the creator in that show had issues with performance, which I'm thinking, like, how do you do that? You're the one recording this.
Here's the thing. Oh well. Sometimes you don't know how something's gonna come across when it's actually said out loud.
Maybe. Honestly, like, that's one thing that maybe should be more normalized in the gacha community is actually having other people direct shows, because most of the time the writer and the director are the same person. Which, you know, it's fairly standard for YouTube, but yeah, maybe some people would actually benefit from having somebody else take over the directing role. Maybe even you, actually, if you know, if you want to like other voice actor stuff, you know, not Monster Companion, because I know that you're like very hyper focused on like what that's gonna sound like, but other stuff in general, you know, think like, oh yeah, maybe that would save me the headache of having to listen to people, but also to have them
you're learning
you're
learning about the aspect of design departments you're learning about departments of production in real time. I'm so proud.
What do you mean I'm learning about it? I've had that. I've said that for quite some time, actually. It's just that, you know, people are.
Usually you're as unwilling as I am to compartmentalize and hand off different tasks.
Well, I'm not saying that I would do it. I'm not saying that I would do. I'm saying that if your issue specifically would be like with like directing voice actors, would be like listening back to them, then hand that off to somebody else would actually be beneficial for you. For me, not so much, because you know, like, but like by this point, I've directed like people so often that, you know, I'm able to like convey like my own visions through like through my own words. So it wouldn't benefit me necessarily, but yeah, But for a lot of people in the community, particularly, I've said for quite some time, you know, that would actually help them out. But if they aren't going to do that, then the burden of directing is going to fall on them, which is why I'm so harsh on like how they actually handle their VAs.
Like, in that case, I might consider it, because Scarlet Crown as it is without voice acting is pretty good. But I think voice acting could make it better. I just can't stand listening to my own or other people's voices.
Yeah,
but I also don't have very many editing friends that don't work in a professional capacity that I can call on for such a task.
But you don't need editing friends. You need directing friends, just for the audio aspects of it. Like they wouldn't be the ones who like putting it together necessarily.
Yeah. But for right now, we're not here to talk about that. We actually have a thing to review in front of us, or in front of our eyes.
Yeah, that is true. We stalled for half an hour and Aiden's still not here, so let's just go ahead and start. Befriending my bully. That was the Mutant Girl episode upcoming. Haunting my bully at Monster High. So just quickly, I know we've like pitted for half an hour, but like quickly just to address what I said in the
God, it's Wendy.
in the description. Yes. So Wendy, last episode, I don't know if you saw last episode, but we found out that she's actually been in the sanatorium for 3 episodes, which is a place that Rev got sent to, where they keep, like, the most extreme, extreme cases, the equivalent of, not even, like, quite solitary confinement, because they all interact with each other, but, and it was determined by Rev himself that the people there were not fit to rejoin even Cade Academy itself, with what little aspect of society would be there. Wendy kind of escaped of her own accord, basically, but yeah, we found out like she was like that she was in there. And she had like a very impassioned speech about like how much she was just not enjoying it, basically, and how much she thought Rev deserved to be there. Rev, of course, retaliated that it was her own actions that put her in there, which is true enough. But given what she said last episode, she suffered enough on her own.
Yeah, I think they both deserve to be in there. If Wendy has been rehabilitated, then she deserves to go. But Rev, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, she needed to be like, officially signed and checked off by you're gonna love this, by Miss Yorona, who was in charge of the establishment. So that's why she hadn't like left yet. I think Rev actually checked himself in partly as part of her plan, but also because he kind of felt like he felt he deserved to be there. But then he realized that, oh wait, I'm not as far gone as this lot, allegedly. I need to leave. I have stuff to do. I've got revenge to do. And then some people escaped because of that, including Wendy. So I guess now, even though Wendy has suffered a lot, he's going to potentially make it worse, which might actually tie into a flaw of Rev's that I want to I want to see if they actually is actually the case here. But I might come back to that at the very end of this video, whenever that happens to be, because the rate we're going right now is going to be in like, when the sun comes up. So let's go ahead and start. Without further ado, on with the review.
And then Bella showed us how to use a Ouija board to talk to ghosts! What?
Oh, that was the other way to destroy it, by the way, because, like, yeah, the ledger the Miss Yorona had, if your name was in there, but if you destroy the page with your name in it, you're allowed to go. Yeah.
What? That sounds way more fun than our club. Roman just makes us listen to him recite poetry.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
Oh, does it? Roman, I don't know if you remember this. Roman is Mark's brother. And the whole poetry thing is absolutely a lie based on what the house actually does. So I'm impressed that Mary was able to pull off the lie that seamlessly. But I'm more impressed about the fact that Mark believes it because Roman, I guess, has like hid what his true intentions are so well. Although again, it's Mark, so he wouldn't notice anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't
you
notice
and him
anyway.
Are like
He's
total
like in
opposite.
For Murder Drones, but the same person, but a vampire.
Yeah, he is what Nathaniel would have been if I didn't have to become the smart one for the plot to move along in the TNT.
That keeps happening.
Yes, I think
Orchid was supposed to start as the new one, and she had to become the most competent, mainly because she only had Scooby as a foil.
Yep.
And Scooby is Scooby.
Mm-hmm. And even when Lou was around, because he wasn't like super assertive, so some of the time,
yeah, especially like Lou had to become the straight man to Scooby's comedy.
Yep.
Orchid had to become the solid ground, which I don't think is what you intended for her to be.
Yeah, I mean, originally when it was meant to be Orchid, Scooby, and Scrappy, and she was designed as a 6-year-old, she was definitely meant to be like, like the impassioned human, but still wacky by comparison. But yeah, definitely by like, a couple of sessions in, it was like, yeah, no, this is not gonna happen. Got a time to pivot.
Thanks?
It was bad enough having one person talk my ear off. Now I've got 2? What's next, huh?
3.
Of course.
3 is next.
Hello, Mr. Venet, and Mr. Venet's friend.
Don't you mean friends? There's...
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to be like, because yes, Cade is actually, well, King Cade is actually partially blind to a few spots inside of her own academy, which you would think she would want to thoroughly investigate if she's aware of that. But yeah, I thought we were going to reveal here that she just can't see Mary, but no. Mary, I guess, just vanishes that quickly. Even though she makes noises every time she moves, but okay.
Apparently she knows all of the shortcuts around the school.
That tracks, actually.
Okay, never mind. What do you want?
I am
Was that similar animation for both of them, but like timed differently?
simply
Yes.
checking on
Believe
you.
it or not, that's a good shorthand to save time when animating. Just to have
Oh, I
more
believe it.
characters. I did that for Scarlet Crown to have all of the gods do the same salute. Mostly so I didn't have to pose and animate like a couple different gods. I could just have one god copy pasted 6 times.
Yeah. As long as it's noticeable, yeah. If I weren't like in review mode and like actively looking at this, I might not have seen that.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh, a principal can't care for how their students are doing.
Of course, because you're so well known for your caring. How about you care about the vampire there?
Hello, Mr. Dracula.
Good morning, Miss Kincaid.
He's fine. Now, how are you, Mr. Vanette?
Better before you showed
His
up. Now, if you
Dracula
don't mind-
isn't his last name. Dracula's
Isn't
last
it?
name. No, Dracula's
Isn't it?
last.
I thought his name was
No.
Mark Dracula.
His name is Mark Dracula, but Dracula itself isn't a last name. Dracula's last name is Tepesh.
I mean, that is fair.
So his actual name should be Mark Tepesh the First, assuming that there wasn't a Mark before him.
I don't think there was. I believe that he is the son of Dracula. So yeah.
Yes, he's a son of a count.
Yeah. Believe it or not, that's a very similar thing to like the misconception around the Briefs family. Because technically, Bulma's last name in Dragon Ball isn't Briefs. Dr. Briefs was actually like his first name is Briefs, and they don't have an actual established last name.
Yeah, they don't have an established family name. But when it comes
Yeah,
to Dracula, his actual family name is Tepesh. Dracula is more of a first name / title than a family name.
Yeah.
His actual family name is Tepesh.
Oh, a note from a companion?
Why ask? You know the answer.
Just because I can doesn't mean I do.
Which explains a lot, basically. Because he's always saying like, oh, I'm always watching, but then things happen under her watch constantly. But that there we go. So she's still somewhat bound by, the limits of what, one pair of eyes can focus on, metaphorically speaking. She's essentially like a security guard, checking all the cameras.
Pry when I don't see a need, Mr. Vanette.
Unlike now, when you're checking on him for no conceivable reason.
Oh,
Yeah, he hasn't even done anything
No,
yet.
Excuse.
Wait! Alone with.
Bella,
I do like how the door is like a slightly different color.
you in here?
I can't see it.
Got
We're
your
lagging.
note.
Oh, it's not. It's not there anymore. I've moved past it. But yeah. Well, I mean, it's different shades of red, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but for right now, I can't see it because the screen is blurred and artifacting.
Yeah. So apparently, yeah. I don't know how to fix that.
We're just gonna
So,
have to stall for another minute and wait for the video to catch up with itself.
I mean, sure. Provided that's how it works on StreamYard. It might not. I'm actually gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna rewind a few seconds. Oh, look at that. That was the frame I was looking for. I assume that the VOD is gonna be okay with this, but I don't know for sure.
Like the VOD might be okay, but this is not. Oh, good lord. Okay,
You know what,
we
got my
still got a
phone here so I
little
can
blow.
actually-
Still got a little blur going, but I think we're...
I actually brought my phone down with me right now, so I can actually check what the stream looks like. As long as I don't go into a cozier by accident. Oh right, it said like, oh, 2 hours ago. No, that's when it started. Okay, no, so yeah, I can see the frame on here, and yeah, this is the one I was looking for. I shouldn't be frozen on it, but yeah, it's there at least.
You... My god.
Yeah, because Bella is so well known for sending you anonymous notes instead of like approaching you herself. This is definitely not a trap in any way whatsoever.
No, this is not a hoax. Believe me, this is not a hoax.
I'm surprised he even, like, entertained the notion in the first place. Why would he respond to, like, an... I mean, I guess, you know, he does respond a lot more to his friends now than they did in Season 1, but yeah, my goodness. Anyway, Aiden's actually here. Don't worry, we stalled for half an hour, so you've only missed 2 minutes.
Oh, I mean, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was just,
We
eating
have been
foods.
awaiting you for all your glory.
Yes.
We had a lovely
Actually,
conversation
watching
about voice acting in general and directing and aspects of production.
Oh, ooh, nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
hopefully
we kind
people
of
are
talked
beginning
about
to find
that
that.
earlier with like Moon Girl and stuff, but you know.
Yeah, that is true. Some of that did come up, but yeah. Hopefully the VOD watchers found that interesting when people didn't all click off. That's the best I can hope for, really.
I wonder if that voice actor who voice acts in the show is here.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Ghost, you wouldn't know, but the voice actor for Shane, who is one of the new season 2 characters, I don't know if
He
you've
may
seen
still be
season
in
2 episodes
prison.
apart from this.
He still may be in prison.
Last we saw with him, he disappeared along with Cleopatra. So yeah, or whatever her name was.
I think it was just Cleo.
Yeah, it actually was. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much.
If I had a nickel for every time a show about monsters going to high school had a character themed, had their character named Cleo, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is a lot, but it's weird that happened.
Yeah, especially because they're both based on a real person who very much did not have any monster connections whatsoever.
Yeah, that's, I don't get it, but you know. It is what it is.
Cleopatra. Oh, that's right, because I made an Adora joke. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Cleopatra. You're absolutely correct, because she had like a few cat features.
Well,
Yes.
her name's still Cleo, technically. Her name's still Cleo.
Yeah, I think it was Cleo Space Catra. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, all you missed was that Principal Kincaid rather suspiciously came up to check on Rev using a lot of animation time to establish that weirdly.
What?
And then,
Oh, wow.
and then a note fell out of Rev's locker, allegedly addressed from Bella, whose handwriting you probably saw at some point. But anyway, and to come into this random room we've never seen before, instead of approaching him herself. This is definitely not a trap in any way whatsoever.
Ah, yes. Rev, I want you to meet me in this room where we can make
Next
out.
time, just ask me.
Oh, we're still having really terrible lag.
Oh, God. The resolution's really bad on my end. I'm looking at
Yeah, I
everyone's so
just
pixelated.
said I can't do anything about that.
Okay. I think there is a way. Can you
Well,
stop and restart the video?
Potentially. I could just re-import it into StreamYard.
Yeah,
probably
I
the
think
best,
it's Streamyard. I think it's StreamYard itself that's having a problem with this video.
Which would mean that the video being re-imported would not matter, but we'll try. We were somewhere here.
You fell for that easier than I thought.
Yeah, it's
Wendy?
better.
Okay.
What are you? I thought
Thought you left me to rot again.
Her
you
voice actor
forged
sounds
Bella's
different.
hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the one character that actually makes sense for in universe.
Writing.
Took a few days, but I finally planned it all out.
Plan? What plan?
Oh, I guess that means it's been a few days since the sanatorium incident. That wasn't established before, but okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
go
took
back
me a
and-
few days to train up and forge Bella's handwriting, but I finally managed it.
Yes, Bella's handwriting that you've definitely seen at one point in an episode, probably in the past.
I mean, she
These
probably
are
she
the
probably could have
idea.
just stole a teacher's like test papers with Bella's writing
No,
on
I'm,
it.
I'm
They
not
were
ta-
classmates, so
Yeah.
so she's seen it before, but not well enough to have studied it in detail to
Yeah.
copy it.
like what I'm talking about is Rev.
Oh, Rev knowing her handwriting?
Has Rev seen her handwriting before?
Maybe.
He must have done because they've studied together quite frequently, but whether or not he's bothered to pay attention to it is another question, which is the answer is probably no.
I mean, there's like shipping between them, so maybe he pays attention. I don't know.
Yes, the one thing I do with all of my crushes is memorize their handwriting. How right you are. But yeah, but how do I speak about sanatorium that much time? That I can actually answer because the sanatorium, no one actually goes down there, except for sometimes Principal Kincaid. They're very gonna get visitors, and it's just like Kincaid, Miss Yorona, and then the inmates.
Well,
So-
Miss
Yorona, with a Y, Yorona.
I don't have a Spanish accent.
I know. Imagine double L's as Y's. Yorona.
Llorona.
Yeah.
La Llorona, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I think she runs the place. Actually, I think she lives there.
Oh, she probably does live. I mean, she's a ghost, so yeah. I mean, she can live wherever she wants. But yes, pretty much. That's why that's why no one else goes down there. I mean, obviously Kincaid has oversight over everything, but yeah, it's a very much a self-sustained part of the castle. Yeah, yeah. How does Kincaid not know that Wendy got that already? Well, according to what she said earlier, just because she can doesn't mean she will.
Just because I can do my job doesn't mean I will.
I'm always watching, except for most of the time.
The killing you plan. Forgot my promise?
I said this last episode. I would love to either read/write a fan fiction of this series where instead of being enemies, Rev and Wendy team up and find increasingly zany ways to try to kill him.
I told you, Rev. You're gonna pay for what you did. I don't care how many times it takes. You're dying today!
Wait, Wendy!
Oh wow, you did the same thing you did in the first episode to to no avail. Like, sure, his powers are weaker now, but I don't think she even realizes that yet.
Light him on fire.
I mean, actually, would that work?
Yes.
There's
The
a
According
way-
to Revenant law, yes.
Oh.
But
Like,
It's the one-
Fire!
if you want to know, Aiden, the way to cleanse a revenant is either to kill its host body or to adorn its host body with some sort of holy symbol.
I don't imagine they have that many holy symbols in there.
They don't.
Cade, so it
Yeah,
has to be
if
a
they,
holy
if they
host
do
body.
have, if they do have a lot of holy symbols in Cade, I'd honestly be surprised. Judging by how much of the student body is allergic to holy symbols.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for Wendy to get rid of Revenant, there is but one very simple solution. It is to burn him. It is
Yeah,
to
kill him with
burn his
fire.
host body. And when you burn the host body of a Revenant, you free its spirit, no matter what contract it's bound to. Unless it's
Yeah.
bound to another body, then it will just go back to the afterlife where it belongs.
Ah.
That would actually be a really funny idea. That like Rev finally like shovels off this body and he just ends up going into a different one. I imagine actually that there's a TV show based on like the book series The Worst Witch, starring Bella Ramsey actually of currently Last of Us fame. but yeah, like what happened? So at some point, Bella Ramsey didn't want to continue the series past like the third season. Because I mean, obviously, you know, this has been doing it for years, school and whatnot, understandable. But the way they excused that in universe was they had a whole episode dedicated to the main character transfiguring her own body and eventually getting a chance to escape from it, or to like undo it, but then choosing not to and sacrificing herself for like whichever other reason. I forget exactly why I binge watched the series, so it all kind of blurs. But yeah, then that was how they excused like the casting change. They did that with a lot of people actually. There was like another character. They just like excusing like in like one moment was like, "Oh, Maud, you look very different now." Yeah, no, spell issue. That was it. Oh, okay then.
I mean, Max was turned into a little girl for a period of time because the actor couldn't be there.
Oh, that was the reason behind it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Also,
And that was also a built-up whole episode. I want to get off the first one of the series that I watched. But yeah.
to let you know why that works is because revenants are a subtype of demon. Which is
Okay.
really weird that he has an angel watching over him. You think he'd be pathologically allergic to her. So, but...
I mean, he doesn't like her watching over him. So...
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to hurt him in any way, shape, or fashion, which is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, normally holy symbols hurt all sorts of hurt and repel all sorts of demons. So for him to have an angel friend is I wonder how that works. I wonder how that works.
Very strangely, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a very strange dynamic.
By maintaining social distance.
At least 5 feet.
Yeah, referring to the fire, actually, I will say that the first time we saw Rev genuinely seem to be like afraid for his life was when fire was involved in like the detention episode in season 1. Very, very uncharacteristically, considering how much he wanted to die in that season. But anyway,
Get back up, Rev. Rev? Hey.
I think Rev is
He needs
losing...
time to respawn.
well, he needs time now. He didn't used to, and Wendy wasn't around to, you know, to know that.
What the... Stop screwing around! Get up!
Yeah, I think
This was me in drama club a lot of the time before someone told me the scene was over, so I just kept acting in that situation.
This feels less like Rev is actually dying and more like he's losing his connection to his host body.
Quite possibly, because I mean, this is something that she's been dealing with since the beginning of season 2.
Like, in which case, the principal of Cage should really call his parents, since it's his parents that secured the contract that made him inhabit his body in the first place.
I mean, this is the same principal that was willing to expel him, by which, of course, as I mean, you know, separate his atoms permanently so he can never reconstitute himself. So I'm not sure how much parental oversight this place actually has.
No way.
Like, either that or the creator of the show doesn't know very much about revenants.
Oh, well...
I would have suspected that were it not for the fact that the first time, like I said before, the first time Rev actually feared for his own safety was specifically around fire. That suggests a deeper understanding, but then again, they know nothing about Wendigo, so that kind of goes, you know, there could be
that kind of flies in the
cannibalism arc.
Like, it's not that the thing is with Wendigos, right? And I don't think Aiden was here for this diatribe when I told it the first time.
Okay,
is that Wendy Ego is the like pop culture Wendigo. Wendigos in actual Algonquin tradition are less like physical beings and are more like spirits. Spirits of greed and hunger that can consume a person.
Yeah, they become skinwalkers.
Whereas you specifically said that Wendy like more so embodied like a different different creature.
Like Wendy, at least in facial proportion, at least, in the way she's presented physically, is more like a deer man. Which is known
Also
to
in
be
Power Set 2, they're the ones that imitate voices, right?
Yeah. So really, Wendy is not so much one thing, but a mixture of things combined into one body.
Oh my goodness, I just had a Beastars flashback. Thank you for that one.
As someone who's never seen Beastars, you're welcome.
Fair enough. There is a character in that one, in that show. Eventually, we find out that there are in fact possibly mixed breeds of the different like animals that are there. That is not very common and also socially ostracized, because of course commentary because Beastars, and yeah, that was like a whole like rare thing. It's like, oh yeah, I guess it would make sense for this to have come up eventually at some point, even if they've got like the unspoken stick to your own species rule in this world.
Like, it also sticks with this.
In this one, I would imagine there'd be more, mixed monsters personally, but there don't seem to be.
Yeah, but also
how are they naming convention?
An underlying misunderstanding of the tradition these creatures come from, but that's an entirely different argument that we could not be having.
That is true, and if any people want to listen to that in detail, go back to one of the old reviews where the diatribe was in more detail.
Yeah, for right now, I'm not going to go over the whole spiel, because we don't have time for that. But what we do have is Revenant dying on the floor.
Yeah.
And the bodies hit the floor. And the bodies hit the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, body. And the body hit the floor.
Oh, good. I can skip ahead a little bit.
Oh,
okay.
So she's just going to leave him there?
Yeah, I don't think she actually thought she'd kill him. She thought she'd just be able to punch him a lot and get her anger out. I don't think she actually thought it'd work. Kind of.
That reminds me a little bit of like the first episode of DBZA, where like Raditz like deflects the bullet back at the farmer, and it goes, "No, bad human. Now get back up and tell me you're sorry." Human. Anyway. Oh, there's the hair again.
Green hair.
What the hell?
Wow, this place looks bright and pleasant.
Is that Skulk in the ceiling?
Oh,
it might
probably.
be. I think it is. It is Skulk.
Good morning, Revenant.
That's pretty good.
It's. Oh, how do you feel about her voice? How do you, Ghosty? How do you feel about her voice?
Oh my goodness!
I need to know.
I don't know. I haven't heard her. I haven't heard her voice except for like a couple of lines.
No.
Yes. So for context, last episode, Aiden compared this character to Lucinda in vocal cadence. That is why he is asking.
Like, I don't like Lucinda just because of her voice. Like, it's because of Lucinda's general demeanor and attitude that I like Lucinda so much.
Yeah, which I will say does not match this character that much. But let's see. Let's see if the voice alone, I don't know, like
does something
fights
to me?
any memories. I don't know. Yeah, sure, exactly that.
Be in dire straits.
When did you get legs?
Our form is as we shape it, and here in the void, I may shape it freely.
The void? Whatever. Send me back now.
Leaving so soon? But you only just arrived here.
Because that Wendigo killed me! Wait, how did I even get here?
I pulled your drifting soul into the safety of my archives, Revenant.
Okay, thanks. Now, the door?
You're not even the least bit curious where here is?
No,
your archives. You just said. It's your archives.
And no, her voice doesn't do anything to me, Aiden.
Darn it. I want someone to do simpage.
She's pretty. He's covered in eyes. I like that.
Then we need to invite Quadzi next time. This is a show about monsters.
Actually,
Quadzi's mere presence here. Yes, exactly.
I mean,
she'd be like, "Oh yes, Rev, please yell at me some more," or something like that. I don't know.
God,
I'm a monster lover myself. I just don't find any of the monsters of this show appealing.
A lot of them aren't very lovable, let's say.
Kinda.
In a
All
bed
of
with
these books
bed, about half of the student body would be on the behead. About half of the adult staff would be on the behead list.
Yeah.
That's fair. Provided you could even do that to them, because, you know, Miss
I'd
Jona's a thing now.
I'd behead Lovecraft. I'd behead him.
the one actual human, yeah.
see were memories clouded by my shroud.
I want to get rid of
I call
Lovecraft too. He deserves to go back to the grave in Long Island. Like, he deserves to go back there. Send him
Back to the Shadow Realm, yes.
back to the Shadow Realm.
Events. And almost every single one of these pertains to your principal and her school.
Okay, which is I guess is a bad idea to host them inside the void, which we've established that Kincaid is the void. I don't think you thought you didn't think about the implications here, Nyaria.
Well, like, yes, we're planning the defeat of the principal inside of the principal.
Exactly. Yeah. What? All right, everyone. We finally reached the end. Now, time to destroy the dragon. You decide. You destroy the crystals there. Make sure that you flank out live out the dragon's breath, and you keep the Enderman off of us. She's right behind me, isn't she? Hey.
Why?
It's how we defeat her, of course.
Viviana's weakness is a bunch of books?
Well, according to you, according to this show,
Well, you can
Primordial's going to
find
be
her
housed
weakness
inside of a
in the
single
books.
book. Exactly, yeah. Imagine like the book is like is you know what's contained inside the books. You know, in enough written books with enough with enough complex characters in them, you can in fact crash Minecraft. So yeah, it's possible.
Oh God.
Viviana's weakness.
Yeah, I've been watching some of those like beat the game in a world of like only lava or like only liquids or something. You know, a lot of those they like do like chunk manipulation to make sure they can have an end portal.
Is control. For her to walk your world wearing that little face, she must chain the rest of herself away, lest she drown it. She is a cosmic ocean, forced to live as a meager teacup.
Yes, which implies that you are inside the cosmic ocean currently.
Yes.
Wait, you're inside her?
That's what we've been saying. That's what we said. We're inside the principal. That is exactly what Goatee said earlier.
I know. I was making a joke about how I phrased it.
Okay, but the fact you're making the joke now versus when we said it earlier.
I know, but I had the
love
opportunity to do wordplay.
I do love to be inside of the principal.
Yes.
I'm not surprised that you said it. I'm just surprised you didn't say it earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I
we were
should've
talking
said it
about being
earlier,
inside the principal. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. That's why I was like, why now?
Only holds so much. Her mind's limit is immeasurable, but it has a limit all the same.
It's immeasurable, but we can in fact measure it.
One day, I will pull.
It's like that line in Twisted. If you remember this, like we watched Twisted like ages ago, where it was like, it was more fortune than I had ever seen, but I was able to count it. 7.4 billion drachma.
Pour every secret I've ever shrouded from her into that little cup at once, and the void will slumber once more.
So what are you waiting for?
The right time.
And also to possibly be freed from her physical entrapment. That might also be the right time.
But we have a more pressing matter. Your curse seems to be stalling.
Blame that damn Wendigo! Oh, when I get back, she's gonna
Happened before
pay!
her, technically.
Yeah, this has happened multiple times already. It's not just Wendy.
Like,
Yeah.
if anything, they should call Rev's parents to re-secure the contract.
Again,
Like,
I don't know about.
I'm gonna drift into the void. Help me.
I don't know how much parental oversight is involved here. Also, worth mentioning, Nayara is not a staff member, so she wouldn't be able to do that anyway.
That may take some time, it seems. But I may be able to assist in that. Here.
Chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions.
There may be a
Well,
spell
there's a
in
hole in
this.
his chest. I don't know if that will work very good.
Even then, he's
No,
already.
block the hole, then do the compressions.
Even then, he's already dead. Chest compressions won't work.
Well, you do chest compressions when someone has no pulse. So, if anything, it's the ideal time. Get that, get jumpstart the heart. Actually, yes, that is what you're supposed to do.
He's a corpse being inhabited by a spirit. What will
Happy Monday, Haley Stoker. I'm so glad you joined it precisely when we were talking about jump-starting corpses. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream. I'm so
It's a
sorry.
grimoire. Where the hell did you get this?
I love when you people show
A
up.
relic from the Age of Monsters. You humans still speak Latin, right?
No, but
No.
Aiden does.
what the hell?
Well, yeah, but
This
it's
thing
not-
has
Yeah, but like, dang.
way more pages than my grimoire.
Whoa. Oh, I can't
noticed
see
yours
that. I
was-
wish we could see that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's good you had a sound effect of it, but yeah, I suppose first
Honestly,
person.
this is where a cinematic would help. Maybe if it was cinematic, you could actually open the book and scroll through it if you have the proper model.
But you see, it was far more important to show the cinematics of Kincaid getting up in Rev's face and checking on him than it was to
How are
than it
we
was to
doing?
have the grimoire.
Also, how are we doing? I'm sweaty and it's raining. Jacob?
I am less sweaty, and it's raining somewhere else.
Oh, God. It is actually raining where I'm at too right now. It's awful.
That I was thinking of where Ghosty is, but yeah, that too. All right, there you go.
Light. You could do
Staying
with
a day
more
off
than a
from
meager.
work?
It is 11 at night for me.
Family tome. For example, repeat after me. Mite hunc spiritum ad planum spectrale.
Mite hunc spiritum ad planum spectrale.
That sounds like better Latin to me than what Niaria actually said. Suggested lines were in fact recorded separately.
Oh, they're definitely
Whoa!
separately.
Did I do anything fan? Oh well, I'm glad you asked.
I don't have a fan. I should invest in one.
Mine's not on currently, but yeah.
Yes! I have mastered death!
I just need to grab.
I don't know if
mean,
you've
you kinda
mastered
just did-
death as much as you've partaken in it now.
I mean, you kind of just doing the spell you always did. You did this spell before, right? Yeah, you did this
Well, I
before.
wouldn't say like this. I would say this exact one.
No, I'm pretty
because
sure
he
he's
never-
been a ghost in all our episodes. I'm pretty sure he's been like when he's able to control like the zombie and stuff in like the human world.
That is true. I don't know if it was the exact spell though, but it might have been.
It
Got my
feels
bag real
similar,
quick, and
if
then
not
we
the same
can-
spell, pretty much.
It does feel similar. There are a few episodes of this season that are thematically very similar to the earlier season. Like obviously, last episode was a mirror to the expelled episode. You know, with the one I mentioned with the fire and everything. And this one seems to be reflecting. I guess what was it episode 6? I think it was where they went the field trip. So yeah,
Rev?
kind of.
Oh, right. You can see me, Angel.
Rev's not here.
He's a ghost.
What?
Relax, I'm not dead. I'm just...
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
Stretching my legs.
you are.
Or,
I'm just livingly challenged.
lack thereof.
Then why are you a ghost?
Because of a
So I
certain
got
little
punched in the
conniving
stomach.
Wendigo.
I see.
Well, the
Whoa, whoa,
actual
whoa, whoa, whoa,
solution
where the hell
is you've lost connection to your host body and you need to return to it.
That's yeah.
You also need to magically repair it because there's still a hole in it.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, the connection is sort of like rebuilding itself right now, but it's taking more time. And in the and in between that time, he is now to become a ghost because of the spell.
Going!
I'm going to kill Wendy.
I mean, now it was enough.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, slow your roll, Angel.
What is going on? Rev's a ghost? He's dead? Ah, no!
Technically, he's always been dead. For as long as you've known him, he's always been a corpse.
Also, isn't everyone
Exactly.
in this room technically dead? I mean, she's an angel, you're a vampire. Aren't you
Well,
all kind of dead in your own ways?
No, angels aren't dead. What angels are is a manifestation of God's power and principles into one body. Literally a creation of God made to monitor heaven.
Okay, well, vampires are dead.
And, meant to, enforce his will on the living. That's what
Yeah.
angels do. Vampires are quite a different case, depending on the mythology. They sometimes are dead, but this guy is a son of a vampire. We don't know who his mother is. Do we know what his mother is?
Oh, his mother is the same mother that Drax's wife is in Hotel Transylvania, obviously. We know who she is too.
So also dead then.
Yeah, also dead. She just has a dead
Yes.
mom.
So he's technically alive, a living dead vampire, living dead.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the only living creature in this room is the angel.
Yeah.
My room, he's dead! What am I gonna do?
But the vampire also can't touch her because holy blood tends to affect vampires.
Yeah, well, as long as they don't bleed on each other, they're fine.
You tell him I'm fine?
Rev's fine.
He's... Wait, what?
It's a new spell I'm trying.
He's trying a new spell.
Oh! Why?
Look, Angel, I'm all for murdering that Wendigo, but we've got a unique opportunity to do something much, much better.
What?
Okay, so now I'm starting to see why he would want to retaliate against her because once again, she has she has caused him an inconvenience rather than just simply being around, like we kind of thought was going to happen in this episode.
Yeah, I was kind of worried they were going to go that route. It's like, oh god, don't
So
do
it's
this to
so
her
it's
for no
sort of a
reason.
reset. Yeah, I was going to say that while at the end of the video, depending on how this episode went, I thought what about it happens just going into one of Rev's major character flaws of not being able to let go of the wrongs that other people have done to him.
But
that
yet
doesn't seem to be
again,
what's being applied to here.
you can also take this as an example of that, because this for him is an inconvenience. He could easily just say, well, this happens, I should probably leave her alone, but he's not. Instead, he's seeking to make it worse.
Yeah.
And if you kill
haunt
me,
her.
I will haunt you. That's my policy.
Because another character flaw of Rev's is his persistence.
Yeah, I think that those two things definitely go hand in hand.
Is he doing that dramatic pause thing he always does?
Yeah.
Screw both of you. Look, she's the bane of our existence, right? How about we teach her a lesson and make
No.
sure she never messes with us again?
She was never
Rev
going to
wants
mess with
revenge
us
on
again
Wendy.
in the first place.
Well, I mean, she did actively go out of her way to mess with Rev the second she
Yeah.
had a plan, and then bailed on the plan immediately. But she made a plan in the first place, so she is definitely going to mess with
For
her.
killing him.
What? Oh, that's crossing a line!
It won't be the first
I
time.
will-
she's
Oh
killed
wow,
him.
wow! Mark actually has principles he gets angry by. I'm impressed.
Assist.
Me too!
Yeah, I was under the
Good.
impression that his kindness didn't have limits. But now that we know he
Good.
do has a solid foundation, I wonder how far that extends.
I draw the line at murdering my roommate.
You two will do, since Mary's probably hiding from Viviana. Now, just need a vessel. Oh.
Oh, look at that! The least qualified vessel of all time, the one that falls apart immediately.
You'll do.
I would have thought there was already going to be a possessed soul inside of the cat anyway by a different contract, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, the
meanwhile, the cat's just like, I'm free. Finally! Yes! Hallelujah!
Yeah,
put me
I
back
was
in there.
about to say we've seen the cat's contract, and the cat's contract to keep its soul in that vessel isn't very complicated,
Hmm.
as opposed to what Rev's contract might look like. So
Maybe
he might-
Rev's
he might
contract
have
is
just-
about. Maybe Rev's contract is equally simple. Maybe that's why it's falling apart so easily.
Rev is now Raven.
Really? Aw, come here, Rev! Let me give you some scratches!
What the? Back off!
I would not give this cat scratches on account of its skin would fall off.
Vampire! Not that one, not that one, not that one.
Oh, look at that, a stray cat. I'm going to adopt it, name it Sprinkles.
Oh god.
So,
Yeah, haven't
what
we
are
seen this
doing?
plotline somewhere before?
Imagine Rev trying to spread Catmus cheer. That would be just like torture. God, imagine... No, that'd be really funny. Imagine if Rev and Aphmau swapped universes. That would just sow chaos everywhere in every possible way.
Rev
Better for Mark, though.
is looking for
Aha!
Wendy's locker.
Ha! Okay. So what's
Oh,
the
so
plan?
they've been following him this whole time?
I would... Yeah, they often do.
We swap her locker number
Okay,
with the
so
one
here's one issue I have though with some of the background characters are. Look how generic
They're
some
all
of these
frozen?
background characters look. So like they don't have horns, they don't have anything demonic about them. They all look humanoid, too humanoid. I know humanoid monsters exist, but I feel like some of the background characters, like the girl in the back, there, and the guy with the two color hair, look
That-
too humanoid. I would have gave them like horns or something to like make them look more.
That seems like
monstrous.
much more of an issue this episode than it has in previous ones, because we've seen a few like just interesting monster designs that they
Yeah,
have around the backgrounds.
We've seen a few interesting monster designs. It's just this episode where they've dropped that ball a little bit.
And also,
really
I
good, which is
hate the
reasonably
fact
seized,
that
but
all
yeah.
our main characters have drawn-on hair, but the moment a background character comes in the scene, it's like, oh no, the standard pixel hair. Like, listen, if you're gonna go through all the effort of drawing people's hair on with the power of your art program, you have to do that for everybody and not just your main characters, because that just comes off as weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
To
can
put-
see how that could be a lot of work.
Well,
It's the
then why
same thing
do
with
it
like,
in the first
the same thing with
place?
like, yeah, well, it's the same argument with all with like, you know, like the HD eyes and like the different shapes of eyes for characters
Yeah.
in like Phoenix Drop Days and such. It goes back to the same idea. Although to put that in perspective, I'm actually going to subject you to the same test I did with Ghosty and Mona yesterday. Guess the anime protagonists.
Well, I think it's the three people on the far end of the row. The one like the dyed hair, the clearly animated eyes, the giant.
Ding,
the
ding,
giant
ding. Correct.
ring.
And I
Yeah,
like how
that was-
everybody else looks like they were put together in Gotcha Club instead of GL2.
I don't
Or
think it was
Live 2D.
GL2. I think it was like animated software. It's like-
No, the video itself was made in Live 2D, but yes, those extras were definitely Gacha Club or something.
Nah. Sarah, open.
Okay.
Now you ask. Also,
It's how-
what is this locker security? Just open anyone's locker like that? Okay.
Well, I would guess that, you know, her angel powers allow her... She casted Knock, basically.
Whoa! What the heck?
Ah, that's right. Climb into Wendy's suspiciously empty locker. And now you wait. Good luck with that.
You locked Rev in there! Hang on, buddy. I got you!
Hey, freak! Why are you trying to break into my locker?
Never mind. We're not going to have to wait that long. This, by the way, is that this reminds me a lot of like an Almodovar shot, actually. That being Pedro Almodovar, a famous like film director.
Wendy!
He likes to do like shots from like inside of things, like inside washing machines or something, to get like weird perspectives.
Ah! It's the big bad Wendigo! I'm gonna pee my pants!
I thought every time she's not actively trying to fool someone, she just goes like half-baked with her imitations.
Come on, if you're gonna imitate someone, go the full way. Don't be that.
Also, that reminds me of like the Prosy D sketch. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be my pants. I'm so scared. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's one where like you're trying to say like when the main character, you have to convince like someone that a character gets better after a certain point in the series. It's like, just wait until episode 50. Now there's pee and poop everywhere because I'm so scared. Oh my god.
I didn't say any of that.
Just leave me alone, loser. I don't have time for this today.
Raven, kill!
Well, you had to command Raven to kill.
Aren't you
Yeah, exactly. or was that the name of the attack? Was the name of the attack was the Raven kill?
Or it could be that there are two souls inside of this vessel right now.
Yeah, one of which is absolutely not vying for any sort of control because it wants to die. But yeah, also, kudos on them switching out the model here to actually have it for like Wendy, they running around. That was nice. That was a good reason to use like the smoke particles as I overused last episode. I love how we said like tearing sounds, even though Wendy's bone mask would be in the way of most of that.
What the? Wait.
See, look, she's fine.
That's Rev's mangy cat. Come here, you little.
Your cat's gonna die again.
Oh no, please don't kill Raven.
You think you two can just mess with me and get away with it? I'm gonna kill you for this.
Kai!
Miss Indigo, this is a random wellness check. Also, you have to get out of the sanatorium.
Shouldn't you be in the sanatorium?
Oh,
there you go.
I was, but Rev Bennett.
This isn't about Mr. Bennett. This is about you.
I was checked out the ledger, which is why I'm here. There you go. Lie. Do something else, Wendy. Come on.
I was very clear on the terms of your punishment. I think I was more than merciful. And yet you have the gall to defy my rules still.
Wait, don't put me back.
Apparently she's been out for a few weeks, so, again, how much of the school do you observe?
There, I learned my lesson.
I can just imagine it's like you cut to it's like, oh no, Kincaid's got eyes everywhere. You cut to like Kincaid, she's just like it's just like having like a spa bath or something, like cucumbers on the eyes or something.
It's like that one shot of Yzma from
Emperor's New Groove,
Emperor's New Groove, and she just like sits up from her like bed. She like sits up from her relaxation bed, and the cucumber falls off her eyes, and she's like, "Is that Wendigo?"
Listen, I swear. From now on, I'll be a good student. I promise.
Yeah, right.
Of course, the response has to still be from Rev. Yeah.
This is your very last chance, Miss Indigo. If I catch wind of you stepping even one toe out of line.
Got it.
Ronald Weasley! If you put us a toe out of line again, we'll bring you straight home! I had to. It was clawing within me.
Good behavior. Don't worry, Miss Kincaid.
Get out of my sight.
You're the one who appeared in front of her. You get out.
Seriously? That's such...
Are you done eavesdropping?
There's no conversation anymore, so yes.
Oh, Principal Kincaid! Funny seeing you. We were just,
Hiding.
Yeah, hiding! Wait.
Jacob, I sent you.
You too.
Oh, okay. All right. I closed Discord only because of lag, so I'll see it whenever it opens again.
You are Mr. Bennett's compatriots, are you not?
Did you
Yes,
just say
ma'am.
compatriots?
Yes, she did.
She did.
It's compatriots.
I think a running theme of this show is that no one pronounces anything with any sort of consistency amongst the cast. That's the impression I'm getting
That
so
is
far.
the one thing about voice acted shows that could become a problem. At least
Yeah,
you can imagine they're all saying it the same.
which we were just talking about the importance of directors in that sense to make sure that that doesn't happen. But then again, now I mentioned it in terms of like related to Minecraft stuff, yeah, Arfmau. Unless you forget that.
Then perhaps you could fill me in on his word.
God. Gareth.
Roth, I need you to kill your brother.
I'm having...
She said Gulp.
My name is pronounced Gareth! Oh, we did? Okay, the second I opened Discord, it started lagging for me, but yeah. Oh, okay, I see it now. Yeah.
It's the easy.
Essentially like that, yes, Ghosty, but without there being, yeah. Yeah.
A difficult time locating him at this moment. Normally, he makes his presence much more apparent.
He's
Did you not find his corpse?
resting today, right,
No, that wasn't an apparent presence, you see.
Sarah?
I call it the reverse of an apparent presence.
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't she be able to sense
Resting?
his soul right there?
She sees everything except for everything in front of her.
I guess seeing everything doesn't include seeing souls or sensing people. I
But she
suppose.
sensed people before. What's stopping her now?
Even if they're inside you, she still can't sense you.
Yeah, that's also a fair point. Yeah. I guess, good old teacup versus ocean.
He's not up to anything at all. Just chilling in
Coughing
our
baby
dorm room.
versus nuclear bomb.
Oh no, now she's gonna go to your room, Mark.
Why don't you check?
You've given her a location. Why don't you
Don't tell her to do that!
Out of respect for Mr. Vennet actually obeying my rules for a change, I shall leave him his privacy.
That's convenient, but welcome.
You're like, you haven't done the same any other time. What's stopping you now?
Even at the beginning of this episode, it's like, oh, I want to respect your privacy. Hey, Rev, how are you doing? What's going on? This is a good wellness check. What's happening here?
I appreciate your cooperation.
Gulp.
Okay, yeah, him saying gulp like that is it's like a voice actor saying sigh. Like, come on, there are some words in this script that universally, we've all agreed are onomatopoeias, right?
You wonderful.
Okay, yeah, pew is just a mispronunciation in general, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Her body just lagged really hard when she turned to walk away.
she had like a revulsion moment because she realized she's got like flakes of cat skin on her.
It's
Yes, good girl.
Oh my god! I thought we were goners for
Why
sure.
are you yelling? She's just down the hall. She can hear you. She's not a earshot.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad we got away from Kincaid! And she didn't know what happened to Rev in reality.
Wow,
Good
this
thing
is
she'll
so
never find out we were
convenient.
lying.
Oh wow, that's. Sorry, I'm trying to find the setting.
You want to do your own reverb, yeah?
Is this one it? No.
No.
Oh, look at that! Suddenly everyone wants to do some reverb.
Oh, look at that reverb. It's not working. Why isn't it working?
Yay.
There can only be one.
Cover vampire. But just gave me an idea.
Wait, where's he going?
We're gonna kill Wendy by
We're gonna kill
getting
the
her in
Wendigo.
Down, Rev!
trouble with Kincaid. I don't know.
We're gonna
I am-
murder the Wendy. Because it seems the murder is trendy. We're gonna make us my Bendy in front of Kincaid. Another trap is laid. There you go.
That?
I mean, cute kitty, come to Papa!
Sprinkles!
Here we are. Now, Raven? The hell are you?
How does that heartbeat
stop!
think she's prettier? She doesn't even have a neck! So, hey, what the?
Ah, this is where the soul fights, okay.
You
Damn it,
really
Raven!
little-
Thanks for nothing.
Ah, time for a new host. Are we gonna get Sam again? Sam B.
Thing.
The zombie.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I forgot to say, I remembered what Shane's last name was. It was Mail. Shane Mail.
He's a ghost.
Oh my god. Really?
My
He's named
arms.
after armor, not even possessed armor, just regular chainmail. That's what he's named after. Okay. I didn't know that was a monster.
By the way,
He's not wearing chainmail. He's wearing like custom designed armor as well. Instead of like actual Minecraft chainmail.
my eyes just rolled back into my skull far enough that I could see my own brain cells dying.
Every time with this show.
Pet
Yeah.
Rev.
Focus, idiots. You see Wendy anywhere?
Yes, there.
Huh.
Aw,
Now we've got a good chance to find out what she's eating, and whether she in fact is a cannibal or not.
she's sitting alone.
Vampire! The hell are you doing?
Hey, Wendy!
Huh?
Is this
You
the
look like you
episode
could
we
use
get
a lunch
where
mate.
we get the expansion of Wendy as a character and learn that she's not that bad? It's probably
Okay, well, she is bad. Maybe she's not as
I mean,
bad.
maybe, but also as far, but also I guess Mark has just forgot about the whole crossing of the line thing now. He's gone back to his default self.
No.
Well, are you sure? I don't mind. I think they're serving blood sausage today.
God, take
And my favorite, blood orange juice. Which, by the way, I had that recently in Germany. Really good.
a hint, Fang Face. You're so annoying.
Come on.
It's
I'm
like
trying to be
fang face
nice.
like a slur. Is that like a slur in this word? Wouldn't that be like a slur?
I don't know. And yet,
Um,
it might be. It might also be like the equivalent of like saying like, you know, like pimple face or something, depending on the person. I don't know.
Like
There's
pimple
like
face,
two different
but-
criteria.
I don't
Like,
know.
we
because
don't know.
fangs are like a species.
It could be
thing
either one,
there.
is what I mean. It could be either one, is what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it could go. It's
Oh,
like that's one of
really?
those things that
That's
could go
so
either way.
sweet of you.
We've always seen that the creator doesn't put too much
Oh.
thought into it, so very simple.
Oh, I have such a big fat crush on you, Wendy. Please, let me spoon feed you, Your Majesty.
What?
Ah, yes. You know, the idea that being nice to someone automatically means that they like you. Yes, that whole thing.
Actually, it could be that there's like you hear another voice whenever she does that, so it could be that there's also another soul inside of Wendy.
No,
I think that's
just
meant.
an
No,
echo.
that's like layering. That's layering with Mark's voice that she's trying to do. That's like how she's. That's how she does imitations when she's trying to be obvious.
Oh, that's it.
Huh?
Rev?
Rev? Did you say Rev?
Well, hold on.
Which one of you freaks did that?
It was clearly the ghost of Rev that was floating the mystery meat a second ago.
Came from her.
Which also mystery meat, so could be the cannibalism thing. If it's mystery meat, I don't know.
Table.
No, it didn't.
This bounty came from my great grandfather, and is my great grandfather.
You're dead,
Ew.
Wendy.
You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
eating
that's
your,
that's
eating
from
your
Goblin
family
Slayer.
members- Eating your
That's
dead
from
family
Goblin Slayer
members
Abridged.
Feels worse. It feels like a worse form of cannibalism than just regular cannibalism. Like regular cannibalism is already bad, but I feel like eating your
Okay.
own family members makes it worse.
Okay, so we need to watch Goblin Slayer Abridged on the Butter Bunch at some point, but also, but also like, yeah, that was for Ghost Energy. We get that one, but yeah, that particular character, his entire culture revolves around cannibalism. So yeah, he doesn't think twice about it, but everyone else is like, this is evil.
Dang it!
A few more tricks like that, and Viviana has to notice.
Was that Rev?
So that means that Rev is, having seen what's going to happen if Wendy gets in trouble, he is actively putting her through what he went through in episode 2, where he was trying to do like the correct thing.
Yeah, he defended your honor.
What? No, I didn't!
Wait, really?
That's exactly what you did.
Aww.
I would really love it. It's like if she tried just like, you know, like double down here. He feels like you're such a good friend to him, and he's been so mean that he felt like he needed to repay you. And meanwhile, Rev's just gone like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, trying to like waft in her face.
Oh!
Damn! She went into the girls' dorm. Ha! A door can't stop Mino Taurus!
Oh, that's another one we haven't heard before. Mino Taurus.
Howie! That's not how you break down a door, idiot.
I mean,
What?
we've heard it in Miraculous, but not in this show.
Ah!
I think it's gender locked or something.
Potentially. Which, incidentally, also a thing they have in Hogwarts, apparently, but only for the girls' dorms.
What? Hey, why can't it be for the boy and
Yeah,
girls
the stairs become a slide at some point, yeah.
Okay, the door's clearly hacked, so guess we'll just fly through the window.
Okay.
Tell Mark to
Wait,
turn into
the
a bat
whole
or something.
area isn't hacked, just the door? So if you were to break a window, you would get in just fine? That seems like terrible security.
A mere wall can't stop me.
Mark, become a bat.
Huh? Why?
You gotta turn into a bat, Mark. Mark, you gotta quickly turn into a bat.
Rev said to.
Well, just,
You know what? I'll do it for him.
Rev, buddy. Whoa, this is
We've never been so
crazy
close.
weird.
Yeah, it is. Why are you
Oh wow, no, you're inside me joke. I'm impressed.
so freaking cold?
Oh, you know, technically undead and all.
Okay.
He is dead!
Just hurry up and go.
Well, my statement earlier applies. He is dead. Technically.
Yes, to which Ghosty then responded, the only living creature technically
Yeah.
is Sarah.
I can't help but notice you're not a bat.
So, about that.
Damn it, Mark! Your brother can do it just fine!
I know! I don't know why I can't figure it out.
Whatever. We'll go deal with Wendy ourselves.
Okay, locking in a prediction for the season finale, he becomes a bat in a time of need.
Wait, Rev! Don't you think she's learned her lesson by now?
We are halfway through this episode, and only now does someone question that.
Hell no! Did you forget who we're dealing with?
Okay, to be fair, I don't think she's really learned her lesson. Even after a scolding of Kincaid, she still went out of her way to pick on you. Not saying she deserves
And the whole
to
reason got
die
put
or anything. But,
yeah, the whole reason got put in the sanatorium was because of what she attempted to do to get a leg up on Rev in the first place. So so it's kind of like, you know, when someone gets released from prison, then like immediately reoffends. It's like that.
Yeah, like, I don't really think she's learned her lesson. Again, she picked on you even after being told off by Kincaid and made fun of you in front of everybody. And not to mention, before that, she killed Rev as soon as she got out of prison, pretty much. So I don't think she's learned her lesson at all. She hasn't learned her. It's just self-preservation at this point.
Ever since I got to this school! And she just tried again today!
And
The
succeeded.
only way this ends is if Viviana deals with her. I'm not letting her get away with killing me!
I'm surprised you're delegating this to Viviana, but okay.
Look, vampire.
I
You
mean,
can
well,
sit
he
the
can't
bench if
kill
you
her,
want.
I think. Maybe he can kill her. Is he
But I gotta
gonna kill
do
her?
this.
I don't think he's tried ever.
You're right. I just feel bad.
Save your sympathy for someone who can reciprocate it.
Ironically enough, the same sentiment that Wendy had from earlier. And another classic case of we're not so different, you and I.
Okay.
Sit tight, vampire. Alright, where's she hiding, Sarah?
in here.
It's the girls' dorm, therefore the candles are pink.
Of course.
I know you ate it, zombie. The vinyl has bite marks on it.
Oh no. Don't tell me Sam is Wendy's roommate. No one deserves that.
What, the zombies are
I do love the fact that, you know, the stop signs are biting it. That's a nice
Roommate?
detail.
Oh, perfect!
Huh? Who?
Sam! Wendy killed me!
Why do you need to do it this way? You didn't possess her like this the first time.
Whoa. Ghost.
What the hell are you?
Wendy killed Rev?
What?
I mean, she identified who it was. I guess only one person has possessed her before, so she must remember the feeling.
You just... How did you know?
Wendy's a murderer!
That must be so weird.
What?
Why is he doing it this way? He
I
hasn't
don't
done
know.
this. He hasn't done this to literally anyone else.
He didn't do this to Sam herself the last time he possessed her.
Wendy, murderer.
Oh, I guess I think like the kind of the difference was that he had like much less control.
That's not funny, you freak! Stop making jokes like that!
Imagine if the music was just like not remotely scary. It's just the Rickroll that she had on her table.
What the hell? Who's messing with me?
I was about to say that sounds like that sounds like the part of the Sonic soundtrack, and then Kid Ubby shows up. So yeah, I guess I see why this is your favorite episode now.
Murderer.
Wait, zombie, don't you dare!
Murderer! Wendy is a murderer! That's just what the song says for some reason.
Look, I'm just gonna say this.
And that was Wendy is a murderer by the foreshadowings.
Shouldn't Rev go find his body?
That's not going anywhere.
No,
Now-
actually, he was in a classroom. They could have just moved his body because
Well, we
classes
don't know
could-
he died, apparently.
I think because of how the spell works, once he stops projecting himself, the connection might have been like reforged at that point, so he's able to like go back in. Essentially what it seems like he's just stalling for time a little bit, or you know, doing something because you know, Niaria was allowed him to.
Wait, Sarah? The hell'd you go?
I was hiding.
Hey, what's up, Scarce here?
Clearly. Come on.
There she is!
Uh-oh.
Wendy,
Ravel, they get their pitchforks.
murderer.
No!
Hey, me too!
What?
Okay, when did the word spread?
Also,
I mean, again, you're welcome to stay, but yeah, hi either way.
Up top!
No, we got buried in a graveyard for that, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That's your punishment for
Wait,
murder?
listen to me.
Just getting buried in a graveyard? Really?
well,
That's all?
those students were, you know, did die, so it was more like, you know, a classic reason for burial.
You cannot tell Kincaid.
yeah, he got crushed by his scoreboard.
She'll...
Why not, huh? You're the one that wrecked the school dance!
You mom.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they would still be kind of mad for that, but then also I would be more concerned about the fact the school blew up on the first day, but yeah, they've already scolded Rev enough for that. I guess that works.
Fuck me all the time.
And you killed Rev.
Ah, so it's not just Rev that she's retaliates against. I kind of got the impression with Wendy that yes, she definitely like mocked a bunch of people and everything, but like she's only really like gone like super hard, you know, like against Rev because of the fact that he retaliates. But yeah, another favorite character yet? Thought I'd ask. That is a very interesting question. I don't know. Weirdly enough with Minecraft series particularly, I struggled for the longest time to pick a favorite character. But I'll have a thought about that. Who's yours if you've got one?
No, I don't.
Screw all of you!
Oh, that does go. Okay. I thought I was gonna go back inside, rather than, like run off in a different direction. Okay, all right, sure.
Wendy!
What? Mark! You're gonna mess this whole
No, he won't. He's not going to get through to her. What do you think is going to happen?
There he is! Come here!
Surely his momentum should still carry him forward a little bit.
Enough, vampire!
Rev, she's getting away!
Good, let her! Stop it!
You want us to guess yours? Oh, well,
Is it Rev?
okay.
Is Rev your favorite?
Oh no, if that's the case.
Confess to your crimes.
Mm-hmm. Or it could be like, you know, like Aiden said, it could be Niaria. Maybe the Lucinda voice works on KW.
You know, as long as
she's notoriously more susceptible.
As long as it isn't Professor Lovecraft, we're fine.
Yeah.
If he's your favorite, I'm side-eyeing you.
The totally not, I assume, is for Rev, not for Lovecraft, just because stream delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, still, damn it!
What? Oh,
Sarah, a hand!
Again, kudos to Mark for actually fighting back for once.
Oh. This is the Minecraft mod where
yes, smell the plant's possession, smell the possession enhancing flowers, Mark.
Hey, that'd be cool in a magic system.
Huh.
No, that's totally cool in the magic system.
She put him inside the pot so that he would.
What happened to? Oh
it
no,
was
but
totally not my favorite.
But the flower.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rev, come on.
I guess his hair does look like the most like Justin Bieber's from back in the day. In texture, not in color.
Just let me talk to her.
Why? You heard her. Kincaid's gonna get her for sure. We're good.
What if she doesn't have to? What if she can see reason?
Okay, Wendy and
I don't
reason
think she
should
can.
never be.
I think she's a tad far gone at this point.
At least for right now, but you know, you wouldn't be able to wouldn't be something to discard in the future. But yeah,
in the same sentence.
Like, I would say she can. After all, she is a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Wait, is she a teenager? Is she actually a teenager? Because I know we're dealing with like vampires and immortal creatures and stuff. Is she actually a teenager?
Yeah, like if you haven't noticed, most of the characters in this show, unless stated otherwise, are highly sexy, are supposed to be students. Which, American high school students at that. So we are dealing with teenagers aging into their...
I think the only exception to that I can think of in the student body is Sarah.
Seeing everyone angry.
Wendy and Mark are tied for second. Wendy as well. Okay, wow. I mean, I guess that tracks because we did establish before that Wendy and Rev are very similar to each other. But yeah.
We had her.
Yes,
I think my issue with Mark, though, is like, I like Mark as a concept, but Mark, for me, so far in the show, hasn't got enough focus about him and his issues compared to a lot of the other characters for him to even, like, crack my top 5.
Like, for me, it's the fact that Mark reminds me of infinitely more better, more complex, and fleshed out characters. To loop back to the most accurate comparison I can make, N for Murder Drones.
He kind of sounds like him, actually.
This is just N,
like...
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't call back to that earlier, so I went with Nathaniel instead. But yeah, I guess you got the corroboration now.
Kinda reminded me of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess and in response to her, yeah.
Everyone always gets upset with the crazy things you do, but they don't know the full story.
Even the full story doesn't really excuse
the full story doesn't really justify it. I'm gonna be honest.
Mark, I'm sorry, baby boy, but none of Rev's actions make too much sense, even in hindsight.
Speaking, yeah, especially coming from the person who has been exempt from the full story most of the time, on purpose.
I don't either.
I
think Rev is more friends with Mark out of proximity and pity than actual friendship feelings.
Oh, they're roommates, so yeah, definitely, yeah.
pieces.
How dare you, Ghosty? Listen, I'm sorry. Like, he is N for murder drones. They even have the vampire thing in common. You cannot tell me this isn't just N with a slightly different appeal. This one has eyes, and the other one has a screen with eye facsimiles.
Actually, KW, since you're here right now, my Nathaniel comparison to earlier came from the fact that this is what Nathaniel was sort of supposed to be like before he had to become more intelligent so the plot could happen.
But I always have your back because you're my roomie.
Yeah, Double H, you've killed a bunch of people in the past, but you're different now, so don't worry about it.
Wendy.
This is literally just N.
Anyone on her back. So, what if there's more to the story?
To be fair, Uzi as a character wasn't that morally complex at the very beginning of the show. She only got more morally complex when she kind of killed people and went a tad crazy for a minute.
So Wendy, then.
I can at least hear her out, right?
If she wants to be listened to, she's more successful at pushing people away than Rev has ever been. What do you miss so far? Like 2/3 of the episode.
God, you're a real pain, you know that?
The music in the background, I'm pretty sure, was used in My Street when over like an emotional scene.
I do recognize it.
One of the things that I personally feel a little bit sad, and I try to personally avoid, is when we're watching Minecraft stuff, avoiding comparing it to Aphmau in a direct sense constantly, because I personally think that gets kind of annoying because it's like, oh, Aphmau did this, you know. Because then it's like you're living in someone else's shadow constantly. But like when you borrow things like music from her, I'm like, oh god, I can't not say something about the fact that you did borrow something directly from her.
Yeah, for me that sort of depends, because I did make an entire video one time addressing the issue with Mystic Hills was having at the time. Because Mystic Hills, the first episode, started off, there were like several references to My Street that were quite blatant at the time. You know, there was even like, I think like Aphmau and Aaron themselves made an appearance in like a later episode. There's also a phone case that was like, you know, the branded phone case of My Street itself. And there were several characters in that show that were very similar. You know, the main characters I described her as, you know, raven-haired, vertically challenged protagonist versus, you know, scarred love interest with red eyes, to name a few examples, and my character, of course, being named Ian. So there were definitely a lot of similarities there, but people took that to a huge extreme without realizing like how much of a difference there could be from like just the premise alone. This show is out of all the ones that we have seen thus far, probably differs the most from what we have seen from Aphmau. But that being said, ignoring a comparison entirely, that's something I also don't like doing, because obviously you know me, I compare everything to everything. You know, because especially if there is a good parallel to be found. You know, sometimes it's favorably, sometimes it's unfavorably. It depends. But as long as you acknowledge that something is fundamentally different, and you're not saying that, you know, one of them is, you know, empirically better, or like the standards to be upheld in every single possible way ever, then I think it's usually fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
or it's a coincidence, but yeah. I mean, in this case, probably not. But yeah.
But you know, in general, when it comes to like comparisons to stuff, I don't like at least in Minecraft stuff, comparing it to Aphmau. Is like, as someone who's had their own show relentlessly compared to other shows, you know,
yeah, I can't imagine which other show. Huh?
it gets a little bit draining where it's like, okay, yeah, but this is my own show. If my own character's doing it's a very different thing, which like, yeah, and I know the Minecraft scene has had issues where people like make a Minecraft roleplay and it's like, oh, like Aphmau. God, there's this one Minecraft roleplay that directly said, hey, you can't wait for My Street Season 7? Well, you should watch this show, which I actually may recommend you that show because that show is actually pretty interesting. But also, okay. I think it is a bit I don't know. I don't know if that show really should be saying, "Oh yeah, if you like Aphmau, you should watch this show," because like that show, its plot wise does have some similarities to Aphmau, like werewolves are involved in high school, which if you want to compare to like part Aphmau stuff.
I feel like that alone probably gives it some precedent for comparison, but okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I always think when it comes to your stuff, directly comparing it, like if you are the creator directly comparing it yourself to a larger creator, I don't know. I feel like it could be kind of risky for you, because then you may people may just think of you as like diet XYZ.
This is also something that came up during yesterday's review. Aside from these, anime protagonists and such, said anime protagonists are like actively trying to convince like the main character to participate in a talent show.
Oh God!
They mentioned guitar, but it turns out she feels she's not like that good at guitar specifically. Like she plays it, but not to like a huge degree. So what does she go and do? She goes up onto the rooftop of the school and sings a song. Realizes and then decides like that talent is singing, and she's also observed by somebody who is supposed to be, at least in some way, a love interest. Now all of that sounds eerily similar to another certain gacha show, a small-timey one that people may or may not have heard of. And in that one, I compared it relatively to the Music Freaks because it was doing the same things, but not in a way that made it like either distinct enough or turn it in a different direction that actually
makes it sound like it did it in a worse way too when you think about it. Because how do you not know you have a talent for singing? You've never just sang to yourself.
Exactly. That's what I said in the video. That's what I said. I was like, how do you not realize that? People who why would your compulsion be to start singing if you do not already enjoy to sing?
Like KW has this KW's best advice is assume it's a coincidence unless the creator says, or it's very obvious they're copying someone.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this copying, by the way. I would call it inspiration for the music specifically.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I forgot. Like, I myself have used Aphmau music several different times.
Honestly,
before,
like as far as like taking music from like Aphmau videos and stuff, I mean, that honestly I don't really care about. It's like you could steal her whole soundtrack, her whole backing soundtrack. I really don't care.
It has been readily cataloged by multiple channels. It is a very easy thing to do.
That's one thing I don't think really matters, but it's one thing I will point out here.
It's not just readily cataloged. In fact, if you go on Epidemic Sound, it has a category.
Called Aphmau?
Oh, okay. I thought I was thinking like channels like called Aphmau music, but yeah.
It has a category for similar types of music that Aphmau uses.
Fair
I don't
enough.
remember what the name of the categgory is, but if you search in that category for long enough, you will just find Aphmau's whole soundtrack.
That would have been very useful when starting the Music Girl, because I was trying to find a song that would like convey like a similar like intro vibe to an Aphmau song, which I eventually was proven correct about, because lo and behold, like 7 years later, Aphmau used that song for an episode. But anyway,
oh God.
You sent that to me the second that it came out. It was like the trailer came out and was like, oh look, that there's songs in it. It's like, oh great,
she stole your song. She stole your song.
And that is why I now write my own theme songs for things. Yes, like it of you.
Lexicus and the Mysteries of Oculta, probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, now that I'm able to do so, yes, 100% I plan to. As soon as I know who survives the finale.
All right, Sarah, we're trying Mark's way. Where's Wendy?
Ever in a cult of trust.
The dungeon.
Trust will never happen.
Yeah. Mark is similar to Nathaniel and Orchid.
Like, it's not going to happen because I've been requested not to.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The hell? Whatever. Come on.
Oh, you mean in terms of like killing off the characters for the sake of this for the story, not as like a part of the combat? Yeah, I see why. Yeah.
Come on, Mark. Sarah, you don't need to watch this train wreck.
Yeah, go away, Sarah. We don't need your VA right
I
now.
hate it here. This place freaks me out.
Yeah, I think that's why she's here.
I can probably survive down here. Just gotta live off of mold and condensation.
Okay, another thing they have in common with each other, they both talk to themselves.
I can do that. Totally.
Wendy!
Ah! Oh, it's you. Beat it, Fang Face. I already called dibs on this one.
No, Wendy, I don't want to live down here. At all.
Probably reminds me of his castle back home, depending on how well, you know, Dracula maintains the place.
I'm here because I want to know if there's a world where you leave Rev alone?
I already killed him?
I mean, let's say you hypothetically didn't. What if you two just got along?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I hate his guts and everything he stands for.
You stand for the same things.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what do you mean? What do you hate about what he stands for exactly? Clarify that point, please.
Okay.
Now that I look at
Strong
Infomurdergens and compare him directly to Mark, even their bangs look the same.
Oh God! I mean, wait, their hair is both white, right? Yeah, I think both their hair is white.
Okay, I'm looking this character up now. I need to know. I does this have to know. And murder.
Like, the only difference is that the pod is a little higher.
Hold on. Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. And oh, I'm gonna switch to images.
It might be a coincidence, but I can't unsee it.
I mean,
to be fair,
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Yeah.
It is a coincidence, but it's a little too close. It's very close.
You know, I can see Mark striking this pose actually. I don't know.
What is just Infomurdergens?
Yeah, so like we said, assume it's a coincidence. So as per Kenobi's advice, assume it's a coincidence unless it's very obvious.
Although it's kind of hard to copy that pose in Minecraft. A, lack of joints, and B, no fingers. They can't put their fingers anywhere because they don't have them. They have nubs. They just have nubs.
A, animation. B, no one cares about fingers anyway.
No one cares about. Yeah, fingers are so hard to draw. I remember I was drawing a full body reference of Scarlet, and I accidentally gave her realistic hands.
Hey.
You did the opposite of what AI does.
Hear you, but counter
The hands are proportionally placed. It's just that they look strange on the image.
I mean that it's very similar to like some of like the hands that you can get in like Gacha Club actually. Those
Yeah,
like
but
have
if
like
you,
3 fingers. But yeah.
If you compare the rest of the image to the hands, they're very alien. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about discount Infomurdergens talking to a psychopath.
Yay.
You didn't.
Oh, there you go. You see that, Bon? Some Foley there for you.
Wait a second. You're his frickin' best friend. Shouldn't you be mad?
Why?
Oh, I was mad like several scenes ago, but I'm over it now.
Would I be? He's fine.
Mark!
I mean,
Oh.
I like how he says his name when he's angry at him.
I see.
Of
Of course he's still alive. And he...
Would you have rather killed him?
At the time, yes, but now she'd realize.
But now would you
Underrated
rather
tournament.
him? At least him being alive, you know, you can still get away with it.
That is
No
true.
harm, no foul.
Unless Rev, you know, were to snitch on her. Not that he seems to want to, but yeah.
To a game. Classic Rev. Okay, you die.
Classic Earthbot.
Oh.
That was just there the whole time? Just behind the door?
Wendy!
You idiot! Bad dog! You get no more treats from me!
What?
You been feeding this thing?
Well, he did, again, the detention episode, he did use one of them, and that's why he was so afraid of fire.
I'm sorry!
Burn in hell, vampire! You and that revenant are the bane of my existence!
Ah, yes, both of them, equally.
I don't wanna die!
Then how about you stop running in circles and just and take a different corridor?
Stop being yourself!
Stop being yourself. Allow me to take over.
Wait.
Or not.
I give you one final chance, and you waste it on trying to feed a vampire to a hellhound. How disappointing.
But I...
That was pretty dumb.
Honestly, that was pretty dumb on her. Yeah. Wait.
Miss Kincaid!
Fuck, you idiot, I'm trying to hide here!
It's okay! I'm not upset or anything!
Oh, little vampire.
I'm not okay about the murder attempt. It's fine.
Aren't, but I am.
Oh.
Some monsters simply refuse to change, no matter how hard you try.
I wonder if she knows that Rev is listening when she says that.
Well, I guess I'm done with this spell now.
What?
Yeah.
Thanks,
How's he gonna feel about this afterwards?
for your
Where'd the
help.
hellhound go? Did she like teleport away? Where'd it go? Was it just chasing you?
Back into the room from whence it came, I guess.
Bro.
I
Did you
don't
just
like
call me
this
bro?
dog very much. To the void with it.
Oh, I thought he said burrow a second there. No, he said bro. Wow, that's...
Oh my god, yeah!
Okay, that was a mistake. Reverte! Ow. Damn, okay. Still sore.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. The connection's being reforged, he was able to go to his own body. I thought he'd go back to the archives first, but I guess not.
Mr. Vennet, that was quite some time you spent as a corpse.
Relax. This time was voluntary.
While I'd like to take you at your word, I believe this is clearly indicative of your condition worsening.
God, who are you, my mom? Lay off me. I already told you I'm fine.
Maybe you should talk to your mom about it.
Yeah,
Maybe you should.
Yeah, this is... As I keep saying, maybe the contract between Rev's body and Rev's spirit is weakening. Calling his parents to re-establish the contract would actually fix it.
Yeah. You know how are Revenant contracts forged exactly? Because not like the corpse can, consent to the possession or something, right?
The corpse actually, usually the spirits can inhabit the corpse. Usually, revenants are not summoned willy-nilly. Revenants are usually summoned to perform a task. Normally, their one job is to kill someone. Or they're tasked to hunt a living person. It's kind of like a secret assignment.
Okay. I don't think that applies to Rev specifically
That
here
doesn't
because
apply
I mean
to Rev.
Yeah, his task was, I guess, be their son and I guess to exist. And also I guess if he's believed himself to be human this whole time, I suppose that he must have started from being a baby. So this is still a living entity that's still able to grow and thrive with a spirit inside of it that presumably became the son of a contract at the age of, I don't know, 10 days.
At the age of 10 days.
Your curse
is clearly
maybe the original baby's parents signed the contract for him as the legal guardians.
Just think of it, the fact that they keep calling it a curse is kind of misaligned. A revenant haunting a body is less like a curse and more like a contract worker. At a construction site.
Yeah. He's constructing this corpse from baby to teenager, so yes.
Still working! Now can I go?
Stubborn as always.
Call his
Fine.
parents.
I don't have time to play therapist. That's Lovecraft's job.
No, it isn't.
Well, I mean, it has been up until this point. This school doesn't really have a proper guidance counselor, so Lovecraft sort of like fills that role. It kind of is.
Criticism from every.
It is weird for a doctor to say that, though, but yes, it is technically
case,
correct.
Like, yes, 100 times. Call his parents. What's like? You are the guy who does the thing with the health. Or shouldn't you like make a call about this to like Vivian and be like, hey, his contract needs to be reestablished. Can we call his parents to like do something about it?
Angle today.
So far,
dying,
everyone
Bennett?
at this school has been failing Revenant almost systematically.
No wonder he hates it here. Yeah.
This is a terrible school full of terrible people,
Overheard that
terrible teachers, and terrible students, with a terrible headmaster. What is she actually doing right now?
Yeah, so I know KW
murdering
left, but
Wendy.
I know KW left, but this is why it's so difficult to pick a main character, a favorite character. They're all terrible.
They're all
There's checking-
awful. There's a simple solution to fix Rev's problem, but nobody's taking it because plot, I guess.
To quote Bob Belcher, I love you all, but you're terrible. You're all terrible.
You out? Sounds serious.
The hell are you doing here?
A visit of my own. You don't need the details. It's nothing that concerns you.
I was invited out sunbathing, then remembered what I was.
So,
I mean, we've seen all vampires as sunlight anyway. That's not a thing in this world, but whatever.
Even if it is, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. Sunlight
Dying,
wasn't
Bennett?
a weakness for the Draculas. It was a thing for every other iteration of vampire, but not the Draculas to be particular.
Oh, that's interesting.
You're
course
right.
not.
The vampire thing was adapted from later works. It first
But
appeared
Revan-
in Camilla, was dropped for Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm saying the book version, and then kind of taken by pop culture as they, viewed other vampire media and carried forward some tropes, but not others.
That actually raises a good. That actually brings me to a potential theory. You know how we were asking before about like who Mark's mother is? I'm gonna guess her name's Camilla.
Oh, if her name
It's
is Camilla, I'm going to smile.
Okay.
Simple.
you sure? You were lying there for a while.
Because the book
Longer.
Camilla is older than Bram Stoker's Dracula. In fact,
Yeah,
they're
from what
the
you just kinda
first
said,
recorded vampire book. But also, Camilla was very lesbian coded.
Then why would you smile about her marrying a man?
I would smile about it because funny.
Okay.
That sounds horrible.
It sounds horrible,
You're
but
in a loveless
due to
marriage.
we've had a lot
It
of
would explain
other,
why Roman's so jaded.
like we have had a lot of other monsters with a lot of other weird idiosyncrasies. It wouldn't have surprised me one bit.
Okay.
Then I was here anyway.
What do you want?
Calm down.
Slip.
We're on the same side, remember?
I'm
Don't know what you're
I'm beginning to believe that less and less the more you say it.
Yeah, if you have to reiterate it a bunch, then it's clearly not firmly established.
Deal is, but clearly.
Are you guys
don't
actually
want-
on the same side, or are you playing Revenant as a fool while you do what you want?
I feel like a little bit of both actually, based on like how the house has worked so far.
Me talking about it. So I'll tell you what.
Houses.
You don't ask.
Oh, the house is the actual name for the poetry club. Remember the Lucinda voice character? Yeah, she's like a primordial spirit on the same level as Shathoth from like last from last season, except that she's like working for to destroy Kincaid systematically instead, and that's like a whole deal. But she also enlists the help of a few students, including Marionette from before.
That's why she's
and Roman as well.
So that's why she's inside of Kincaid. She's
That's
trying
why
to
she's inside of
destroy her
Kincaid.
from the inside.
Indeed. Yes, exactly. There you go.
Oh, it's funny. That's
Why
really
I'm here,
funny.
and I won't mention why you are to anyone. That fair?
Sure. Deal.
What?
Good. Didn't need you blabbering to my brother about my business.
Yeah, didn't need you blabbing to my brother about my crippling hemorrhoids. Oh no, I said it!
Since, you know.
Trust me,
your
I'm sure your brother
friend-
already knows.
So that's why he never sat at the dinner table with us.
Ends, for whatever reason. Hey, Venet. Wanna go break something? You look like you need it.
Know what? Yeah.
This school needs a rage room. I just clocked that right now. This school would massively benefit from a rage room of some kind.
Yeah, even the angels could use the rage room. Everyone could use the rage room.
They could fly up with a bunch of objects and drop them. That would probably be satisfying enough.
Petition for a new club. It is the Kincaid Rage Room.
Well.
Also known as the Cur.
Well, Miss Indigo. So you appear here again, despite my very clear warnings.
One thing the camera does in this is they go with extreme close-ups like this, implying that the characters are like much closer to each other, like they're invading their personal space. But then it like pans out and you see that there's a table between them. The same thing happened with Kincaid earlier, where she was like right in Rev's face, and then the camera like cut away, and they're actually like decently far apart.
Like I would speculate. Yeah, it's a thing. There's a table between them.
Yep.
I warned you last semester. One step out of line, and I'd erase you.
You warned her today, one step out of line.
And then you did. And out of an abundance of pity, I spared your existence. And you have the audacity to violate my punishment and break more rules? You've left me no choice. You will exist no longer.
It's not fair.
I thought it was gonna be like, is what I would say.
What?
It's not fair! You let the Revenant do whatever the hell he wants, but every time I piss you off, I get tormented! Why does everyone
I mean, Rev gets tormented too, let's be real.
seem to love that monster after everything he's done? I know
They don't. Oh, wait, no, she wasn't around. See, they don't anymore. Okay, fair enough.
I'm bad, but he's worse! So if you're gonna erase me, then
maybe?
do it!
Yeah,
Honestly, it's really debatable. You both are kind of equally bad at this point.
Do. For once, don't make me the victim again!
You want to be treated like Rev Venet, do you? Fine. I'll issue you the same punishment I issued him. You are to find a club by the end of the day, or I'll deal with you appropriately. Understood?
Which, the appropriate dealing for Rev was not expulsion, so either way, that's a good deal.
Wait.
But oh, wait a minute. The clubs aren't, like, actively searching anymore, but if she needs to join a club, the one club that's probably going to take her, I would imagine, would be the House. And she has a reason to join because they're the anti-Kincaid club.
Like, it's either the house.
Oh.
It's either the house or, hear me out.
The Occult Research Club?
Yeah, the Occult Research Club.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think, yeah, Mark would 100% be down for that. Even though the mission of that club at the moment is rescuing Rev from the clutches of the House. So a bit of a risk to let Wendy in on that. But So maybe Bella might be hesitant for that reason. Sarah would just would say okay, but you know she probably issue like some sort of threat. So
Like we
yeah,
also
I guess it'll
haven't
work either
seen
way.
any. We also haven't seen hide or hair of Bella.
Well, not today anyway.
Not today.
She was heavily involved in like the last episode, but you know she's probably
they may be stuck in that other place, and she's the only one who somehow escaped.
Well, okay, well, Bella wasn't on the ledger, so she could just leave whenever she wanted.
Oh.
Are you?
Unless while the students actually, you know, oh wow, Kincaid just disappeared there. Unless while the students actually, let's say like you know like caught her or something. Maybe she's been suggested like experiments by that one by Jekyll, whatever her name was. No, Jacqueline Hyde, that was her name. Yeah, there you go. Maybe she was like catched by Jacqueline Hyde.
I still can't get over the whole Jacqueline Hyde thing. Like she doesn't even act like Jekyll and Hyde or have that thing. She's closer to Dr. Frankenstein than anything.
We can't. Yeah. We already have a Dr.
Although I guess, yeah, exactly.
We can't have two. We can't pull a Monster High.
Just have like the bride or something.
No, they'd have to think of a different pun for her for that.
What
name would it be? Brider Frankenstein.
Yeah, Brider Frankenstein. There.
At least Frankenstein would be used as a surname, as it's supposed to.
Yep, exactly. I was thinking about that. I was gonna go with Victoria first, but even then, doesn't. Yeah.
Wait, Club. What are you? Ugh, fine. I'll do it then.
She just spared your life again.
No.
She's so negative.
Auditions are closed, darling.
All right.
Oh.
Change of plans. Auditions just opened. We now have vacancies.
The answer is no, Wendy Indigo.
Oh, come on, Miss Yaga. You're supposed to encourage her.
Come on! This was my club last semester.
Yes.
Also, don't you like steal Russian girls? Come on. Don't you like do that stuff?
Well, yeah, but Wendy's not Russian, so it doesn't count.
But what's one extra girl to your ledger?
This Baba Yaga has zilch to do with Russians. She doesn't even have an accent.
Yeah.
You almost
She's
destroyed
Baba Yaga
the
by
school
name,
with the
by name and appearance alone.
Mm-hmm.
Necronomicon.
Well, Miss Llorona also didn't. I think she had a Spanish accent.
She had a light Spanish accent. It wasn't too heavy though.
Yeah.
Delinquents have no place in cryptid cooking.
But
no, but
she is
cryptid
a cryptid.
Cooking?
She is
Wait,
a cryptid.
Wait, yeah, that's it. Cryptid cooking, but she herself is a cryptid. Cannibalism. We got it. We got the law, everyone. Confirmation.
Leave, or you'll be hopping out as a toad.
I hate you. You're not my Baba Yaga. You're.
You mean to say that Baba Yaga never turns any Russian girls into toads?
Does she do that? I know she's like a witch.
I don't know.
She's a Russian witch. I don't know. Does she have that ability?
Like we don't know. Like Baba Yaga doesn't have any actual stories herself, but she does appear in other people's stories. Baba Yaga is usually less of a direct antagonist and more like a moral teacher, while playing an antagonistic role.
Which I guess sort of works for this interpretation of her. Like she is obviously she's a literal teacher in this case, and the moral is don't almost destroy the school or you get kicked out. Also, is the floor literally lava right now? What's going on outside?
no one.
Could be that
No
it's
one
late in the afternoon, but we can't do that right now, so we put a bunch of orange blocks in front of the window to convey the idea.
Of late afternoon, okay.
Damn it. Am I really worse than Rip Bennett?
By the way you've been acting this episode, I would say yes. This episode's not helping your case.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, Mark does get to her first.
But Mark is the only person who's given her any sympathy.
And
Which means she's probably gonna have to turn to him now because of because she's got no choice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of wish she turned to him.
Much like Rev. Much like Rev, actually,
Yeah,
he
but
turns to people only when he's got no other options himself.
Yeah, like Wendy and Mark have a good dynamic. I just wish they would expand upon it more in a way that wasn't inherently destructive.
I think they're going to next episode
Probably.
if the setup as a,
Were you crying?
No, just shut up and leave me.
My
Believe it or
mask got
not-
sweaty.
Believe it or not, Wendy actually cries a lot, which you wouldn't think so because she doesn't have any actual eyeballs in that skull.
Oh yeah. Wait, is this the void inside her? Is she just like floating eyeballs or floating pupils?
I mean, you can see the way the tears like gathering, like like upwards like that. That's not how actual tear ducts work. So yeah, potentially there's something else going on in there. She just like actually fills up.
Or I'll kill you.
She's like, I'm desperate, but I'm not desperate. Except you are that desperate, Wendy. Also, by the way, I reckon if she had said that the principal's gonna potentially erase her to Miss Yaga, she might have stood a chance. But anyway,
Heard people mention you were looking for a club. Do you
oh
still need one?
Are you?
There she is. There she is. There you go.
It's you.
Certain, Miss Belladonna.
Our therapist, everyone.
I know I made mistakes.
I don't
back
trust
then.
this therapist.
Also, why is her earring attached to her inner ear?
I don't know because that looks like a dangly earring compared
She
to
relishes.
I know
She relishes the pain.
I know some people like have inner ear piercings and stuff, but this is a dangly earring, so yeah, it probably shouldn't look like that.
Like, if it was placed maybe a little bit lower, I wouldn't have thought it strange.
Yeah, very slightly.
But right now, her
How
earring is attached to her inner ear.
Am
Not
I
even
supposed to
the
better
cartilage
myself
of
if I
her
never
inner
face
ear,
them?
just her inner ear, which has one earring on one side. Fabulous.
I know it's a lot to ask, Professor, but I can handle it this time.
I want.
Is she? Oh, I guess now that
Necronomicon, it's fine.
Either that, or she's asking to get put in the sanatorium because of what she's seen is able to do. But I don't know. That would be a way to get her out of the club. So she's just like, what are we gonna do now with the club? With the club, Sarah? Guess who's here? Oh, look, it's me, Belladonna. I'm gonna host the club.
Oh God.
Help my friends and me too. Especially Rev.
Is this for his benefit?
No, it's for mine.
She does a lot of things for his benefit, to be honest.
Yeah, she she needs to get some self-worth.
This to me, if it's going where I think it's going, this is definitely a case of like it's for her own self-benefit, but Rev will benefit by proxy as well. So it'll be like an extra motivation.
You ought to keep its location secret and exercise the utmost caution. This must stay between you and I alone.
Summon demon! Ah!
I'll keep it completely safe.
We need to summon the Elder Gods. Well, wait, the Elder Gods are already here. We need to summon more Elder Gods.
Why have you summoned me? What is the purpose of this encounter?
My
Well, you
principal
see
is
that.
my principal's kind of mean to me and my friends. Can you do something about that?
Ah, yes, I'm familiar with your principal. Also, there's this one boy. Okay, I'm off. I'm leaving. It's like miraculous. End of reunion.
I jest. Oh my god, is that what I think it is?
What's the book screaming?
Okay, no, I'm guessing
it's
these
her
are the.
trauma. I know it's her trauma
Yeah.
last time she used it, but I just think it'd be funny if the book just started screaming.
Actually, the book kind of did start screaming. Do you want to know what the Necronomicon is?
It's made out of human flesh.
It's not only made of human flesh, but the
Necronomicon.
the book sitting right in front of us.
Super Pops, Ghosty.
The Necronomicon is a book. Not only is it made of flesh, but it's also made of human suffering.
Ooh.
All right. Also, for the record, books that scream that did happen. That happened once in the first Harry Potter movie, where it just like opens up a book and it starts and then like a face comes up and goes like ah like that.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of book with screaming pages.
Yeah, there's only one human suffering in that one.
To be fair, in the Fallen Angel dream episode, they had the Necronomicon in that dream, and it was whispering.
Yeah. We're in extreme pain. Help us. Wobble up a dub dub. I'm in great pain. Please help me.
I was in the Hetalia fandom when I was 14 one time.
And my YouTube algorithm didn't let me live it down ever. Why did I keep clicking on the videos? They keep haunting me to this day. Hello! Ah!
Wow! That book was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, so huge it fit underneath a table.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been able to fit under there. The Necronomicon in every depiction is a thick book out of culminations of knowledge. How did you fit it under one wardrobe? Bookcase.
It's the Necronomicon Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, I do love to look at the Necro Cliff Notes every time I need advice on my damned rituals.
Just in time for our after school session. You ready to start?
I sure am.
If there was an after-school session planned, you really shouldn't have been having this conversation with Lovecraft directly before it, Bella.
But, I have
I thought we
first.
were, like, having a flashback on what she's been doing all episode. But no, this is happening right before club.
I do appreciate the fact that, like, she had to, like, duck down and further the door so with her annas wouldn't clip through it.
Oh, no!
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Bella was going to show the most hesitation there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering where Sarah actually is, if there's part of the after-school session. I guess Sarah can teleport, so she can come in, like, the last second, but I don't know. Alright, well, that was episode 4. Apparently KW's favorite episode so far.
Like, I'd hazard to say that this is one of my least favorites. Like, for the reason that it kind of put all of the characters into an even more unflattering light.
That's like every other episode of the show.
Well, I mean, it put Mark in a semi-flattering light for once.
Mark is the Mark is the only one of the cast that's redeemable. And only because he reminds me of one of my favorite characters of all time.
I'm surprised that Mark is actually still even in. Yeah, so he's still even in the school. I guess he's got like graduate the class and as such. But once he's completed his studies, he's probably like the first one out there.
Because
I would have to guess.
Mark sort of isn't fitting the environment anymore. He's almost been sidelined in the second season, and he doesn't actually do very much other than try to even out Rev in a way. He was
sidelined in the first season.
But that kind of begs the question of why is he here other than to like make Rev look cool?
I mean that is one way around it. It's good. It's good to have a hype man sometimes, but even then, I think from an audience perspective, Rev seems to be doing pretty well, on his own, I would have to imagine, Seems that It seems to be going rather nicely in terms of its popularity outside of the universe. Inside, Mark is failing in aspect of that too. So
yeah, but it seems like Mark is kind of supposed to be Rev's foil from a certain perspective. But from another perspective, it feels like Mark was just added to the show because they needed a Dracula.
Which they really didn't, because I mean, eventually, obviously, Roman would come in later on. Not they would know that at the time, but even so, I don't think I think there's anything to say that they needed a Dracula, right? I mean, if they're trying to cover like all the basic, like, you know, all basic monsters you get in everything, I guess they technically did at some point, but they could have easily done what they did with, like, you know, with like Harry Wolf, where they just, you know, really just like have him appear every so often. You don't need to, like, you know, have it be one of the main characters.
So from a certain perspective, Mark has always been sidelined because he technically doesn't need to be here.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth noting that, you know, even though he's the most enthusiastic one, Rev definitely, on a personal level, silenced him a lot more because he doesn't see, like, you know, the potential uses behind him. And I guess the whole not to go into a bat thing sort of helps like make that point a bit stronger, because yeah, I guess in terms of like his core power set, he has never really like properly exhibited anything that Rev would deem as useful in his revenge / escape quest. So that might partly be why he's never had the moment where he's had to, like, you know, like break through to him, except for in the last episode of the last season, because it's worth noting that while we're saying that, you know, he's never got his moment before now, he absolutely did when he was able to you know, confront the siren last time, and realize that, you know, there's some people out there that are like actively looking to you know, to eat him in that case, but, you know, that did not have his best interest at heart. Maybe that would have sunk in with Wendy were it not for the fact that, you know, he found her crying directly afterwards.
Like, and yeah, on the perspective of Wendy in the finale of this episode, I would have liked it if Wendy came to the conclusion that Mark, who has been the only one to show her some sort of understanding, I would have liked it if Wendy went to Mark willingly.
That is true. I mean, she accepted his request willingly, but yeah, it would have been better. It would have been a little bit better if she'd been like, you know, I've exhausted all my other options. I guess here I go now. I guess he wouldn't have known that the Occult Research Club existed because it's only been recently founded when she was in the sanatorium. So maybe that's why it wouldn't have worked. But I don't know.
Like, even
I'm
then,
sure she got like a club list from somewhere when she was asking around. I'm sure she's had some sort of documented list of a registered club.
I would have imagined that King K would have been the one to provide that, but she kicked her out of the office pretty much immediately, so probably not.
So it is the case that most of my problems with this episode are literally unavoidable. Fan-fucking-tastic.
I mean, I guess once you get, like, you know, this deep into the series, it's one of those things where, like, you know, the first season sets up several different things that, you know, are going to come back to bite it later, and there is no way around those, even if the quality of the writing improves like it has done for the second season.
Like, the quality of the writing and the visuals have improved, but I don't think the writing has improved that much. The first season sets up a lot of stuff early on that bites it. And from what I can see, season 2 is doing the same thing. We might get another Mobius double loop around to where there's, like, the ending of this season is on par with the ending of last season in terms of quality.
That's definitely entirely possible. I would say, having, like, again, like, gone through, like, all of the episodes so far, I definitely get much more of a sense of structure and purpose from this season particularly. Because season 1 of a lot of shows is always the experimental season. You're throwing a few, like, episode concepts and ideas at the wall to see, like, you know, to see either what sticks or what you want to indulge in later. And then apparently, according to what we've seen in the past couple episodes, you're just rehashing those later on in a more defined format. But But ever since like the house got introduced, and we see like Rev's like negative regression, the distancing from his friends, the actual stakes about what's going on, like focusing on the potential, the uncertainty of like how much he's being manipulated versus like how much agency he actually has himself, how far like they're all going to go. Yeah, I definitely feel like there has been like much more of an improvement than, you know, that first meets the eye, having seen everything that came before this point. But it's still bound by the errors of the first season. And honestly, you know, that's somewhat indicative of Wendy, because she was absent for 3 episodes. Well, not 3 episodes. She was absent for 2 episodes and most of the 3rd. So she still has the remnants of season 1 and what they were able to do with her, and that's probably why this episode had to focus on her to, like, you know, either catch her up to speed or to tackle like, you know, everything they needed to address with her in one fell swoop. I was talking to Aiden before about this on call in terms of like how they do character arcs. We were talking like regarding shipping in the series, but, you know, it still applies here. How they do like character arcs and how they address, like, you know, the certain aspects of different characters' unhealthiness is that they tend to, like, you know, give like one episode focus on everything rather than extend it to the rest of the season, except for Rev, obviously. So this episode definitely continues that trend, but I'm sure that, you know, because Wendy is so similar to Rev in a lot of ways, like there's still a long way to go, and honestly, having her in the Occult Research Club, you know, kind of like gives her a chance to, I guess, like, you know, fix the aftermath of her mistakes, or make them even worse, depending on which avenue she decides to take. You know, is she as jaded as Rev, and therefore still trying to sow chaos even without getting caught, as a form of retaliation against Kincaid, or is she going to try to comply and be better and see the punishment doled out against Rev specifically? I guess that depends on how similar those two actually are to begin with, and that will answer the question that she had in this episode on whether or not she is worse than Rev after all. So yeah, I think that's probably a good place to wrap off, unless anyone else has anything else to say. Yeah.
Overall, I thought this episode was decent. I do think the bits we get from Wendy are interesting, but it also, I don't know. Again, part of the story will always kind of leave me conflicted, because I feel like the story on a certain level obviously wants to have sympathy for Wendy, but part of me also has trouble having empathy for her based off everything she does in this story, even if it is shown that she has feelings and she does care about certain stuff, or at least her own safety. It's like one of those like questionable things, like, yeah, I get you care about not dying and stuff like that, and you're hurt and stuff, but at the same time, you're also doing a lot worse stuff than you're letting on, because whenever you talk about it, it's like, I didn't do anything that bad, it's fine. It's like, no.
Yeah, like, I'm bad, but Rev's worse was a quote in here, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, you still did pretty bad stuff. No, don't. Even if Rev is worse, you don't deserve.
You both are terrible, and I hate you both equally.
I was about to say, the reason it's more difficult for the average audience member to sympathize with Wendy unless they try to overcorrect like they did here is because her actions in the series are against the main character. And while, of course, you know, that's sort of like where Mark's speech sort of reigns true, is that, you know, even he doesn't have the full story, but we, the audience, do. And depending on whether or not somebody can identify with, like, you know, his struggle, or or is still like trying to actively root for something to happen either to him or because of him, then they're going to be able to compartmentalize a lot more what he actually does versus somebody who is working against that goal, given who was seeing the stories from in the first place.
And even
so I think that's probably why it's perceived so differently for people, and maybe some of the speeches that Wendy is making maybe some of them are for the audience that hasn't quite realized that disparity just yet. That's speculation on my part. I don't back that up, but still.
Part of the issue with Wendy right now, even in the context of this episode, is she wasn't being mean to Rev or anyone who could be perceived as not a nice person. She's being mean to Mark, the one person in the show who does not deserve that kind of mean and toxicity. The one person in this whole show I could say comfortably, yeah, does not deserve that. And she was the one primarily being mean to him, which makes it kind of hard for me to go, yeah, you know, if you're being mean to someone who's actually not that great of a person or kind of an iffy person too, I would be like, okay, yeah, you both kind of suck, so I get it. But like, yeah, Mark doesn't suck as a person, or at least suck enough as a person for me to be like, I get it.
I suppose they have made it exceptionally difficult to achieve their primary mission because of that. Yeah.
Like, hey, I mean, I like Sarah, but also I do think, but also Sarah can be pretty apathetic and not the nicest casually. So, you know,
yeah,
I can
of course,
understand being,
yeah.
I can understand being mean to Sarah. I don't get Mark. I can't see being mean to Mark. I just can't see it.
That's mostly because Mark has been posed to us as the most innocent character for the most part.
Yeah, the light in a sea of dark. Ironic because vampire, but still, yeah.
Unless you take the sparkly skin thing a little too literally.
Oh God! Hopefully that's not canon to this universe.
Well, we haven't seen that be a thing in this universe. That's never come up. So I'm going to assume that's not.
I'm making a vampire joke.
Yes,
indeed.
I'm making a Twilight reference.
Oh my God! I just thought of something for the Butterverse. What if the vampires like host a modeling show one day, and one of the vampires like it's nothing but his like underwear and like bedazzles himself full of gems and just like for the modeling shoot?
No. Wait. If it's a modeling shoot, I've got an even funnier idea. We just see them all like striking poses, and then we see like we have like the camera sound effect and the snap. We see the actual photo, and all you see is the clothes. The body is completely gone every time. Essentially, every single one is like, well, it's like Toru Hagakure, basically. Yeah, everyone is Hagakure from My Academia.
But yeah. I can like say this for one thing. I don't enjoy this show like for the ongoing plot. I enjoy it for the character vignettes. Because when we like focus on the characters as characters individually, they're great. But if we focus on them as a whole, it makes less and less sense for them to be friends.
Yeah, definitely. That essay storyline is like, you know, they tried to justify it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I can. Oh, sorry.
I think there's a wider issue with this show as well that I need to really talk about, and that's the episode length. These episodes are like 30 minutes long, but I kind of almost feel like these episodes could, functionally speaking, be shorter.
Like if they could?
Because like there are so many like walking segments getting to certain locations or scenes that feel like fluff almost.
Like, I would just disagree with you. I think the episode length is fine. What I think is the flaw is the contents of the episodes themselves, because it feels like not much is realistically happening.
Yeah, because like I don't know, when I look at 30-minute episodes, I always think of a lot must happen. Like I don't know, the Fallen Angels finale obviously wasn't 30 minutes, but it was like 24, 25 minutes, and a lot happened in the episode. Well, the episode itself, obviously end credits and stuff, like pushed it to like 30, I think. I don't know, I kind of forget. Or it was like 28. I don't know. I need to look at that later. But point being, like Fallen Angels, like obviously when I have longer episodes, a lot happens in them. And like for these episodes, I feel like not a lot happens despite it being 30 minutes. Like you have like a handful of standout moments, a handful of interactions. But I feel like, I don't know, there's just something with these episodes that needs to happen within the 30 minutes for me. Lengthwise, like to justify the length. More needs to happen to justify the length for me.
Maybe. To go back to an AFMAO comparison for a second, that reminds me of when we first started getting like, you know, full cinematic AFMAO videos versus, you know, some cinematic elements were either mostly first person or like, the shared combination of both. Because I remember that what happened as soon as that conversion took place is the episode length shortened dramatically. So it might partly be because, like, because of how, like, everything that happens in first person perspective intrinsically that gets like elongated a lot more. So that might be because of, like, how it's set up. If they can't pay something much faster, because people either give their time to read, or they want to use like those scenes to do, honestly, feel a bit more like early Fallen Angels, and philosophize a bit more, like, have like a conflict of ideologies versus, like, action, depending on the scene itself.
Yeah, there is one thing I will compliment Freak Show about, is that it like, you could say there is a lot of excessive fluff. Sure. But I see it as, they are giving the scenes time to breathe.
Yeah, in a way that you don't get often with either full animation or even, just cinematic machinima in general. That's the one thing that we sacrificed going from from earlier Maestri and Phoenix Drop High to later on. Like I said, one of my favorite scenes in all of My Street is the scene where when Aphmau ditches school with the Shadow Knights and she has the conversation with Sasha. And all that is just her getting like the perspective like of Sasha and everyone else about it, and then going back for like how they actually both approach the idea of not being challenged enough, or wanting to send some kind of message out to society or just the school itself. And that was a first person moment that I wish they dealt with more into later. Yeah. But I guess
like,
should be in My Street. Yeah.
As I said earlier, Freak Show is at its best when it's focusing on one character, on a handful of characters at the time, and instead of selling us, the plot, selling us like little character vignettes, it is interpersonal character struggles that I relate more to than the overarching Cade story.
Yeah, right, and those definitely need some time. Whether or not it's this much time, I guess it's up to interpretation, but they definitely need time, and that also gives credence to why they address, like one character's like main story or potential arc in one episode at a time. So, again, with the exception of Rev.
With the exception of Rev.
Yeah, and yeah, but then I'm guessing, I wonder who's going to be next time. I'm going to guess Bella, given what we just heard about the Necronomicon, but I guess we'll go ahead and find out.
I would like to figure out what Wendy's deal is quite a bit more, since it was already kind of set up and established. Next episode, we could probably have some kind of payoff to that. And if we don't,
I think she's going to be around. Yeah, my guess is that when it's going to be around a lot more now. I'm guessing that even if we do get the focus on Bella and her perspective, it's also like, but there's also like, giving Wendy a chance in the first place. Speaking, of course, as somebody who in her case was ostracized by everyone and not given a proper chance, it would be hypocritical of her to assume otherwise. That sort of ties into like her thing, but also at the same time, she's just retrieved the book that she went off the deep end last time. That sort of symbolizes her wanting to do things differently this time. So by inviting Wendy in and sort of, trying to include as much as possible, she's complementing the idea that book represents as well. So that's what I would guess for next episode. But then again, I thought that this episode was going to be Rev's retaliation without any sort of provocation whatsoever, and I was wrong about that. So we'll see what happens next time. But yeah, we've been here for once again 3 hours. We have to trim off a lot of the time anyway because of the intro issues. But yeah, definitely time to go for right now. So thanks everyone for watching. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters.
And subscribe if you're not done so already. Until next time, farewell. Drugs, caca, yes.